Hello, welcome back to Mr. Arsenal podcast for another watch along, but this time it's recovering the Arsenal again. We're in our match day 3 European Europa League match day at home to Molde, by the way, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's former team. Before we get started, also Melvin, Colin, Richard, and Andrew are on their way. They're just running a bit late there. I've got the link, and just as I say that, Melvin just joined us match day. So there's Melvin. How you doing?
Good evening. Good evening. Good. How are you, Ryan? You all right?
Yeah, not too bad yourself.
Yeah, good. Thanks. Good.
Yeah,
Can't complain.
Yeah, what have you made? About to get the lineup up. What have you made up as lineup?
Well, he's mostly played people who didn't play the weekend, didn't he? Really?
I mean, I'm surprised Leno's playing because Runnison didn't do anything wrong last week.
Yes, that is a strange one. I'm surprised. The keeper. Yeah, the keeper's playing again. And he's got that.
Apart from that, David Luiz is obviously back. Mustafi, Kolasinac playing left back. This is a bit of a risk. Let's be honest. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh dear. Obviously, Xhaka's starting in the anchor role tonight, by the looks of it, with Willock and.
So we've got Xhaka, we've got Mustafi, and we got David Luiz. I can't see a mistake between them. Can you?
So we're going to have at some point. Might get out of the way now.
So who's playing right wing back out of that team? Would you reckon?
Let's get back. I'm just getting lined up. Start one sec. Back up. So I'll put it on the screen view for the viewers.
Let's have a look on my phone. It's got it out there.
I thought Mustafi Luiz, Ainsley Arce actually, maybe Ainsley.
Oh yeah, Kolasinac left wing back.
Yeah.
I'm surprised he didn't start Balogun. Give him a run out.
Yeah, he's not on
You've got a very strong bench, haven't you, Ryan? So if things aren't going well the first 30 minutes, you can bring on who you like.
Yeah, we've got two goalkeepers on the bench, but no Balogun, which is a bit concerning.
Balogun's not even on the bench.
No, he's got Renarson, Macy, Bellerin, Tierney, Gabriel, Holding, Cedric, Partey, Elneny, Saka, Laka, and Aubameyang.
I don't understand that because I thought the whole idea was give him a bit of confidence,
show
him that he can make it if he plays with us. He can make it. Give him a bit of confidence, give him encouragement. Sorry, not confidence, encouragement. He hasn't done it. That's weird. That is baggy trousers, as far as I'm concerned. Absolutely baggy trousers.
Let's get the screen there. Everyone else. Yeah, this is a lineup for everyone that hasn't seen it yet. Leno in goal, Mustafi Luiz. Then Ainsley, Kolasinac, Xhaka in the anchor role of the midfield with Tobias and Willock either side of him, and our forward three of Pepe and Kiev in the middle, and Willian on the wing as well.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting. I'm shocked about Balogun not even being on the subs bench.
Oh yeah, especially when he played last week. He did put a shift in for the
I know.
Played as well. And also, especially when we're trying to make a thing of trying to convince him to sign a new deal and stay on.
Thanks to Geezer.
Oh dear. Big up everyone in the chat. Lewis, how you doing? The Everton fan. Melina. John 1886 has joined us as well. Tahib was in the chat earlier as well, just before we went live. I don't know if he's still here. And yeah. Hope everyone's okay. As I said, when the others do join, they will be brought into the stream as well. But yeah, strong enough. Either way, I said yesterday I was doing watch along for the PSG game when they lost 2-1. I was saying to us, no matter what team we put out tonight, we should beat them. Not even convincingly, but we should beat them. We shouldn't have any problems against Molde because Sam, who you know is usually on the channel, who lives in Norway, said since Ollie left a few years ago, Molde haven't been the same team.
Really?
That he built.
Has to get a chance to go back there.
Well, he's got the dreaded vote of confidence today, didn't he?
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
I think what Man United are doing, they're waiting to see if Potter's estate agents come back to him yet, since he's found him a place in Manchester.
Basically, yeah. Oh dear. I think he needs a haircut as well, let's be honest. His hair grew out.
God, his hair did grow, didn't it, eh? God, dear.
saw that on Monday on a bloody highlights thing that they put on YouTube. It's like, bloody hell.
It was like, do you remember Hoddle had that haircut, that hair?
Yeah.
He went into like a helmet. Well, he got a motorcycle without his helmet.
Oh, dear. You got your lucky hat tonight, Melvin, by the way.
What's that? I've got it, just in case. We don't overuse it, do we, Ryan? Only when it's needed, all right?
Yeah, exactly.
You know, just when it's needed.
Oh, dear. Oh, dear.
I'm not watching it on the TV tonight.
Are you not?
I can't watch it on the TV.
Oh, you can't? Okay.
No. I've got BT Sport, but it's a right muck up. I've had a thing fitted. I've had Q from Sky, is it, or something? This Q box.
Oh, the Q.
And where I've got it.
Oh, good luck.
No, exactly. What they've done was, and don't blame them really, but I didn't read the small print. Where the room is where I watch my football room. Now I can't get BT Sport in that room, but we get it in another room. And my wife's watching something in there tonight, so it's like swallow it. I know, nightmare. So there we go. I'll be all right with the other games on nights, like an afternoon game. That'd be all right. I can watch it in the other room.
Yeah.
I'm struggling.
We'll also wait for the other guys to come in. The news is today on the beat from the media that the Premier League got backing down after this weekend. There's no more pay-per-view.
Yeah, saw that.
We won.
Well, that worked well, didn't it, Ryan? That worked well. Anyway, who came up with that idea? Had they put it at £5 a match, they might have got away with it.
Or like they used to do years ago, because remember years ago, about 10, 15 years ago, they had Premier League, Prem Plus. It was like £38 season ticket, £1 per game, basically, effectively worked out to be. They did something like that as well. But no, it had to be greedy. So they come back and bit them on the arse.
Yeah.
Oh dear. Big up Russ has just joined us as well. Melina's obsessed with his Ozil song, by the way. She's been driving me batty all week, and we've got to sing it.
She obviously hasn't heard me sing, has she?
Nor me.
Let's put it this way. I don't have any cats around my house when I do.
Or windows.
I actually did a bit of amateur dramatics for the school. You know, I was on the school committee, and we did Les Mis. Have you ever seen Les Mis?
Yeah.
You know the was it the keeper of the house, master of the house? Remember that one? I had to do that. God dear me, I was a bit nervous, but I've done it. It was great fun. Didn't do the whole show, just did a couple of songs from the show. You know, brilliant. Really enjoyed it.
Oh, fair enough. Oh dear. So what let's go back to the game. Also, what are your score predictions for tonight? I've now seen the lineup and all that.
3-0.
3-0, yeah. You think it will still be?
3-0.
I'll take it. I was going to go 3-0 as well, to be honest. No, as I said, there's no excuse for us not to be winning this game. No matter what squad we put out tonight.
It takes the pressure off us, doesn't it, for our league games?
Yeah, exactly. But we've got Villa, who are a bit, even though they're leaking goals all of a sudden, they're still up there at the moment. So you can't take them for granted.
Especially with Grealish in their house.
Yeah,
he worries me.
And Martin is in goal trying to prove a point now as well. He'll want to prove a point on Sunday. Possibly. And they've got players in form, so it's like, even though the defence is a bit leaky at the moment, they've still got players, so it's still up for grabs on that one.
You say that, they must have lost a bit of confidence, Ryan.
Yeah, possibly.
You know, for all of a sudden going like that, come back a bit of confidence goes. Lost a bit of momentum.
Especially when they battered, was it Liverpool? Since they battered Liverpool, the form's dropped since then. Yeah.
Well, as they say, football is a funny game. I mean, last season, when I watched the game, when Southampton got beat at home by Leicester, was it 9-0 or something, or whatever was it?
9-0, yeah.
Score, 8-0, right?
9-0.
And then, a couple of months later, they beat them away.
Yeah.
Leicester, Southampton beat Leicester. He's not a bad manager, the Southampton manager, is he?
No, he's really good. He's actually really good, actually. He's proven it anyway.
Definitely.
Oh, dear. So how's your week been anyway since the Man United game? Obviously, Man United lost again last night.
Yeah.
To the Turkish farmers.
Trouble is, with me, it's a bit Groundhog Day, you know?
Mm.
That's the problem. You get out of bed, it's the same old thing. You know, it's a bit like that. That's my brain, really.
Yeah, it'll be even more so now for the next 4 weeks, if you believe what Boris says.
Yes, yeah.
Did you watch this thing earlier where he said basically it's up to the up till the 2nd of December, and then that's it, and then literally going back to no lockdown.
You say that, but he's giving his furlough, Ryan, until March.
That's what I'm saying.
How does that make sense? Explain that to me. Go on. In no more than 2 syllables. Explain how that works.
No idea.
And you're talking about a Chancellor of the Exchequer who understands numbers.
Yeah, exactly. And also, I'm just in my head, even before this today, I've said literally doing everything we did back in March, how he approached it, he's doing the exact same thing now in the sense of the lockdown. Give it a few weeks, review it. Oh, it hasn't worked out. You're not doing as you're told, so you're going to another few weeks and another few weeks and another few weeks. Basically, and the thing is, it'll be like, well, you haven't done as you're told. You haven't actually been. We're only day one. We're not even 24 hours into lockdown. And around where I am, people are just going about their business normally, like they would do.
See, the thing is, we don't live in a, thank God, a state. There's a police. We don't live in a police state, though it feels like it at times. And whatever you put in, whatever rules you put or don't put in, people are going to break them, and they're making an excuse to break them. It's not like everyone's going to do it, which is a shame, but it is what it is. We can't keep having lockdowns and then stopping. Because we'll finish up, we'll be, we'll have just living in tents, the rest of us, and going out and eat some grass or something. There'll be nothing left.
Well, it's not just that when they do the lockdowns, they need to abide by their own rules and not have the advisors and themselves doing what they want, do whatever they want, basically, and getting away with it.
I don't understand. They got much more chance of getting caught than us, and yet they do it. That shows you a bit of brain, doesn't it? That's a little bit of up there. I'm well known. I'm a minister, so what I'll do, I'll break it publicly, and no one will notice. Oh, really? All right then. I'll make the jokes.
Oh dear. Russ, don't worry. He's on his way. He's got the link. He's on his way.
Who's this?
Russ is saying about Richard. Richard and his opinions on
he's got lockdown. He's got very strong. He's got similar opinions to mine, actually.
Yeah. I've got to admit, I'm pretty much of the same mindset now. It's literally like, what if it's because I've got, as I said last night, I've got friends that work like teachers and all that. Not just obviously Tom, obviously from Laguna Talk, but other friends. And I've asked them like the last couple of nights, like, what has changed? Can you tell me yourself, because you're in the front line of it all as a school teacher, what has changed between March when they had a lockdown and the schools had to close down before the lockdown and throughout the whole lockdown? What's changed then for it to be now 100% safe and okay for the kids and students to be at schools, colleges, and universities all of a sudden? And they literally come back to me and said, every single one of them come back and said, nothing's changed.
Yeah, but did you see today, Ryan? It's safe in universities and all that, but all the students have been walled in. They put fences around some of the universities so they can't get out.
Oh my God! Sounds like the Tories.
It's unbelievable. If you actually saw a film of this, you'd walk out halfway through. How unbelievable! What a lot of tosh. You walk out, wouldn't you?
Oh, you would.
I'll tell you what. If you've got time, I don't know if you've done it before. Change the subject. You ever listen to on YouTube? You can get it. That's what I did. It was Dean Saunders when he's supposed to sign for Nottingham Forest, and Brian Clough was the manager. He tells the story.
Yeah, I've heard of it a while ago. Yeah,
I've only heard it. The first listened to it a couple of days ago. It is so funny. It's hilarious how Brian Clough, he was the king of the castle, wasn't he? Well, he didn't listen to any directors or chairman, and the way he tried to get Dean Saunders to sign for him, it was hilarious. Absolutely hilarious.
Big up Adam in the chat as well. But yeah, Brian Clough is his own man. He literally took no shit from no one. I think I've seen that there's clips I've seen, not just in the one match, but in other matches where you'd have fans come on the pitch, either dress up or cancel, just come on and celebrate a win. He'd grab a hold of him, beating him up,
slap him in the head.
Slap him on the head. Oh dear. I mean, the FA missed a trick though with him in terms of.
They were never going to have him, Ryan. They were never going to have him.
Oh no. Because of who?
He didn't wear the badge on his blazer well enough. They were never going to have him. He was too outspoken. He knew the game back to front. They knew nothing about football. They knew how to drink whiskey and smoke a cigar, and that was about it.
What's different now? There's no difference between them and now. Then
they drink brandy now instead of whiskey. That's the only difference. Same mindset.
Yeah, Andrew said it'll be about 5 minutes. Just setting up now. Oh dear. But yeah, also because obviously like videos, like blooper video, like DVD things, and then literally it's like one guy came on literally dressed up as a clown, and he'd run on the pitch, dragged him from the pitch, threw him into the dugout, like punched the crap out of him. I was like, my days! If a manager did that now.
One of the greatest sayings he ever said, and it's never been really spoken about. All the other famous Briar Club one-liners, but he was the guest of England played Scotland, and he was the Derby County manager. He was there for the beforehand and half time and all that. What do you think of the game, Brian? He goes, well, Dave, he goes, the best two players on the pitch are Roy McFarland and Archie Gemmell, who both played for Derby, and he was the manager. And he's about to say something, David Collins. If you think I'm biased, I'm too good a judge to be biased. I mean, it's absolute quality.
It's a shame that he did pass, obviously, when he did as well. Because
he went downhill very quickly, didn't he? He was an ill man, and shame he was such a personality.
And also, he did the first season of Premier football, didn't he? Not on Forest. Didn't go to Gordon playing, obviously, but he retired, didn't he? He was like, I know my time's up now, so I'm not going to waste anyone else's time. That's the sort of man he was. He was honest. He was just brutally honest.
He was honest. He didn't like his. I'll tell you what. I reckon if he didn't like his players diving or having a go, if they had to go at the ref, he used to fine them.
Yeah.
And he really, I think, my idea of the way he managed clubs, he was like the manager of Legs 11. He got all these different players from all different types of players who weren't like rated as highly as all the others, and got them to make a really good team. Oh, Richard, good evening.
Hello, how are you doing? You all right?
Yeah, fine, thank you.
Good.
Yeah, I was just obviously we were to talk about Brian Clough, but also we've touched on the lineup. What are your thoughts on the lineup?
I'm shocked. I've got to be honest. Everything about it shocked me. I thought he would have gone with a few more younger players. Why is he playing such an experienced team when we just come off a big game? We've got another big game. Where's Balogun? Where's Nelson? Where's Smith Rowe?
Balogun is the one.
Yeah, we touched on that.
Yeah, it's like
subs bench.
I don't understand. I don't understand it actually. I mean, he's gone strong, so we should win the game, which is good. But we could have won the game with a younger team. I think. A lot of these players probably won't start on Sunday. David Luiz may well do. Willian or Pepe, one of them two probably will. The rest of them probably won't. But even so, their squad players are going to be important. We can't risk them getting injured or anything like that. I just think it's a risky policy. It's a good, strong team. I just think it's risky in this game. I don't think it's needed. And I hope we don't regret that.
You're right, Richard. Another thing is not just making sure your first teamers don't get injured. It's to give the youngsters a bit of experience on the big stage.
Yeah. No, I agree. When I saw the team lineup, it took me. I did a little video on it, and it took me about 5 minutes to be able to do a video because I was just trying to get my head around it. I was just shocked completely by the lineup, and it's every single position pretty much. The goalkeeper, why isn't Renarsson playing?
Yeah, that's what Ryan did. I didn't notice that. But
to me, that's the craziest one of the lot, really. I mean, he had a decent game. He had nothing to do last week, but this would have been a good game to give him a chance to, make a few saves and get a bit of confidence going. Does Arteta not trust him? Does Arteta not trust any of the young players? He's come out of all this in the past saying how much he's about the young players and the future of the club, and yet he got a chance to play them, and he doesn't.
Well, he said last week he wasn't going to encourage Balogun. How can he encourage him when he don't put him on the bench?
I'm just totally. I'm amazed actually by this team. Really, for this game, I was expecting. I know Arteta always throws me with a few of his selections, but this is pretty much 1 to 11. Yeah, maybe Xhaka and Ceballos. So I expected them to maybe play because they didn't play at the weekend, and they probably won't play this weekend. But the rest of them, it's like, Pepe, Willock maybe. Other than that, the rest of them, I'm shocked really. I say Nelson. Where's Nelson? Smith Rowe, Balogun.
The rumour Nelson wasn't fit. I think Nelson's not fit. I think.
Oh well, that might explain that one then. That might explain why Willian's may be playing. But even so, I don't know. I'm not sure what's going on, really. I mean, it's a strong team, and in the past, these are sort of games where we've played a young team and maybe struggled. He's playing a strong team. But now the onus is we've got to win this game, but not just win it. We've got to win it comfortably with this team. If we don't, then questions will be asked, because this is a strong team, isn't it? This is a Premier League team that could do a good job in a lot of Premier League games on paper, at least. You know, I know the defence looks like it's got an accident in it, unfortunately, with Mustafi and Kolasinac.
I said that, didn't I, Ryan? I said exactly that.
But you know, other than that, you'd say this team in the Premier League would be a team that you could see playing in the Premier League. They've all got Premier League experience, masses of it. So we should go out and win this game easily. If we don't win 4 or 5-0 now with this team, then that's not really acceptable, I don't think.
Listen, I'm going for 3-0. I'll be happy with that. As long as we have a good
I said 3-0. I said 3-0 in me video earlier. I'm going to stick with 3-0. But looking at the team, realistically, we should win this game even more comfortably than that. You know,
I've got a question for you.
Go on.
As bad as this opposition may be, do you think Kolasinac will kick the ball forward?
Probably at one time. He might do once or twice. I mean, I think today, actually, to be fair, looking at the team, if it is a back four, he might well get forward a little bit more. When he's been playing as a centre-back, he's not been able to get forward much, has he? So he's maybe restricted. He might have a little bit more freedom to get forward tonight, possibly, and that might make a difference to what he does. But try and keep him as far away from our goal as possible is the best thing, really. Yeah.
I mean, to be fair to him, when Emery was here, when Emery was playing at the four at the back and all that, he did seem to like get forward a lot more on that wing. We used to use him a lot on that wing.
Yeah, no, exactly. And maybe if he's got a bit more, I think with the two fullbacks, what's going to happen is I think at times they'll both push on, not at the same time, and then it'll become a back three. Because Maitland-Niles can fill in as a central defender, Kolasinac can as a third centre-back, or Xhaka can drop in the third centre-back if the full-backs push on. So I do think there's going to be a little bit of interchange with it all, which is good. I mean, it's a good team, don't get me wrong. I'm just shocked that he's gone so strong, that's all. I know Russell said there, people moaning when we play a weak team. I don't think anyone would moan tonight if we played a weak team, because what we need to rest our sort of more regular players, if you like, for the Premier League game. I know it's an international break coming up and whatever, but why not if you're not going to throw the youngsters in now, when you're going to throw them in? You know, we've got one more home game left in this group against Rapid Vienna, which is probably our hardest home game of the three. So surely now's the chance to play them. I don't know. Unless he's going to play them in the away games. We've got 2 away games to come. Maybe he's going to throw them in there. I don't know. But anyway.
Also, be nice for the goalie to get a chance of playing at the Emirates. In
the game, he might have a save to make because he didn't have any saves to make last week. So it would have been nice to throw him in and give him something to do and see if he can handle it or not.
The other game in our group has finished, by the way. It finished 4-3 Rapid Vienna against Dundalk.
Did it?
Yeah.
Rapid Vienna gave us a game, didn't they? And we easily beat Dundalk, and Dundalk have gone there and give them a game. It's a funny old game, isn't it, football?
Yeah.
I can't make Colo pass forward. Can't do it. When he first came, his first couple of games, he was brilliant, bombing down that wing, smashing players that try to tackle him, smashing them away, whipping that ball across.
He scored 5 goals in his first season, bro. You know, 5 goals.
Shot in the hole.
Yeah, he used to get forward a lot. He put some crosses in, like you said. He had some shots. He scored goals, and he looked like almost a complete modern fullback. And since then, whether it's to do with Emery coming in, changing the way he wanted to play. Obviously, Arteta now has changed the system. I don't know whether that's why, but he's nowhere near he was joined. I actually really liked him. I thought he was good. His first season.
Something's happened. Confidence, I reckon.
Yeah, maybe it's a confidence thing. Maybe it's a change of system. I'm not really sure what it is, but there's a few players that happens to, isn't there? That, you know, they start off well and then something changes, maybe different manager or something, and they don't quite get the same level again. But it's a shame because I think he's got something there. Obviously, he got German Player of the Year before we bought him, and he had a good season with us. So I don't know, something's gone wrong.
Yeah, I've got one for you. What was another Player of the Year from another country we bought? He was absolutely clueless.
God, it's probably a few. Andre Santos, maybe.
Shall I tell you?
You go on.
Sagan. He was French.
Yeah.
He couldn't get it together, could he?
No, he couldn't.
Jesus Christ.
But yeah, he said that, you know, he was part of the Invincibles, you know. He played a few games in Invincibles, didn't he? He stepped in. Did a job in a. I mean, he had better players around him to get him out of trouble probably half the time.
Yeah.
But he was another calamity waiting to happen, wasn't he?
He looked like that referee, didn't he? That famous Italian referee.
Oh, yeah, Colina.
Yeah.
He had very, very dark eyes, didn't he? Like as though you wouldn't want to meet him up a dark alley, would you?
No.
He looked like he wasn't quite wired up right.
Tabe saying in the chat as well, Melvin is psychic. He knows who will win before the game even starts.
It's half time in my brain already.
Right, guys.
Hi, Andrew. Hi, mate.
Right, how you doing?
Are you all right, mate?
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah, all good. What you made of the lineups as well? We're just touching on that. We're a bit shocked, really. Some of the calls that he's made tonight. No youngsters, no Smith-Rowe, no Balogun.
What's going on there with? I think Smith-Rowe and Nelson are injured. I don't know why Balogun's been left out though. Strange one. But there you go. It's obviously we need to beat these teams. I'm just looking forward to seeing us win. Personally, so
yeah. No, we should win, shouldn't we? Let's be honest. We should definitely win.
Oh, definitely, yeah.
Ready for now. Teams are out on the pitch. Jack has got the armband tonight as well.
Yeah, good old
doing the old coin, the toss.
Swapping their little things.
Been practicing.
Yeah. Let's hope we can get a few goals would be nice.
Who was that guy who scored Bar? Was it Bar who played against Man United last night?
Denver Bar, yeah.
Yeah. It's amazing. You forget about these players, don't you?
But once they leave the Premier League, you kind of lose track of them a bit, don't you? And then they suddenly pop up like last night and they get a goal and you're like, oh, there he is. I wonder what happened to him.
Yeah, especially as you said, he left for Besiktas with Turkey when Slaven Bilic was there. After time, don't hear of him no more. So yeah, he's like, oh, he popped up. Oh, he's still playing. Oh, that's great. Well done.
Yeah.
Wingo. They've got a player called Wingo.
Sounds about right.
Does he play on the Wingo, you reckon?
Yeah, he's good on the right Wingo, that player.
Yeah.
That's a bell with your front door, isn't it?
I know.
That's the one that you can see the people that's there, can't you, when you're inside? You haven't got to open the door.
Gary's also in the chat saying Willian, Pepe, Ceballos, Willock, and Eddie should get us 4+ goals if they want to. Arteta to choose them for the EPL games, or does it even matter?
Well,
There we go.
There we go.
I did a video on Molde the other day, and I put some pictures of some of their players on. When I see them on the telly, it's like they look like my friends because I kind of feel like I know them. Because I was looking at their pictures the other day doing a video.
Well, the first match of lockdown is underway, guys.
Lockdown 2.
Oh, don't. Well, just literally before you came along, me and Melvin having our 5 pence. Yeah, I put our 5 pence to this conversation.
Oh, it's ridiculous. The whole thing is ridiculous now, honestly.
Well, literally, we're saying he's telling everyone this lockdown is literally till the 2nd of December, and that's it. But then the furlough's been extended till March. So how does that make sense?
Well, it's like the first furlough, right? It started in March, didn't it? And then they said it was going to run till June, didn't they? And it ended up running till October. Yeah. So they've said this one's running till March, so it'll probably run until next June.
What surprised me of them, let's be honest.
Yeah, I mean, it is, the whole thing's ridiculous. It's all based on false numbers and manipulated data. It's just bullshit, the whole thing. Just trying to people wake up and realise it's just seasonal trending and numbers at this moment in time. Hospitals aren't going to be over.
They're not stupid. What are they doing it for? What's the advantage? If it was the other way round, I'd say, well, they're doing it to save money. But they're actually costing themselves and the country much more.
Yeah, but they don't care, do they? Because they haven't got to pay it back. We have. No. They don't care.
Exactly. They don't care.
All the companies that have been involved in this, that they've got involved, are all people that they're either married to Tory ministers, or they're friends with them, or they've got their hands in their shares in the company. They're making money right, left, and centre. All of them are.
A lot of good contracts going out. They gave a contract evidently to a company the other day that failed us for contracts a few months ago.
You
can see it's just about them, what they can pocket out of this while they can. They're gonna milk it for what it's worth, get all the money that they can out of it.
A lot of waste. What a waste of money.
Half of them have got their fingers in the vaccine pie, so they're desperate for a vaccine to get pushed through, and they're desperate for everyone to want it because it's going to make them billions. And then they'll be out of power soon. They'll get voted out, and then someone else will come in, and we're the ones who are going to be paying it back for the next 25 years. They don't care, do they? They don't affect their life whatsoever. They're still going about doing whatever they want to do. They can still drink in the bar at the House of Commons till midnight. You know what I mean? They're not bothered in the slightest.
Oh, should have made contact there, Eddie. Should have made contact.
I don't know if he did.
I don't think he did. Did he? I don't know.
Good cross again. Actually, it's a good cross. Was that Willock again?
Yeah, Willock. I don't think he got cross properly, did he?
Or he just got a little nick on it, didn't he? Not quite enough.
Also, Taib saying in the chat, lock up Boris, throw away the key, and if he asks why he's been locked up, so say he's got to self-isolate.
Now, if you ask why you've been locked up, you've been locked up for treason, mate. That's what you've been locked up for, killing loads and loads of old people back in March. That's what you're locked up for. You and Hancock.
Treason. Tonight's all about treason, isn't it?
Well, it is, yeah. Why ain't somebody actually thought about doing that? Actually trying to be successful this time.
All right, lads.
All right, Colin. That's at the right time.
Colin.
All right, Colin. How you doing?
Y'all good, lads?
Good,
lad? Yeah. How we all feeling after Sunday? Was it good? Yeah, that's all.
I bet you would bounce off the walls. You will, because your dad.
Mate, you have no idea. You have no idea. Like, I mean, all right, like, because what was it? United played. Oh, you little rat. What was they played? They played yesterday as well, didn't they? Yeah. So
they lost. Denver scored.
I kind of made an executive decision not to text my dad after that. So
come on.
Denver Bar must be about 42, and he could barely run, couldn't he?
Oh, he's got to score that, hasn't he? Was that in Ketchup?
That was Eddie again.
The two chances now, eh?
It's a good save, though, to be fair.
William's not that great at corners, is he?
Not really.
No, he did it right there, actually. It was a good save. I don't think he could have done much more there.
I thought you could have put it the other side of the keeper near post.
Well, I don't know. He was really under pressure, but yeah. Good start, anyway.
Yeah, good work for Pepe as well.
Nice jacket Arteta's got, hasn't he? Nice jacket.
Oh, bloody hell, that's
a bit shiny, isn't it?
Bloody hell, yeah.
From CNA, was it?
1980s, isn't it? It's like the 1980s.
That was not from CNA, that one.
Spandau Ballet.
He's got neon leg warmers on as well. And fingerless gloves.
God, do you know what, Moira? Yeah, like I'm like, okay, you know how I was talking about this on deadline day, yeah, that if you grew up in a United environment, like a Man United kind of environment, like with your family and whatnot, right? You'll just celebrate it a lot more, like brilliant. So.
You can never get enough of beating Man United.
No. I mean, what was that? The first time we're beating them at their gaff in 14 years?
In the league,
yeah.
In the league, yeah.
This is long overdue, lads. We're allowed to celebrate it, right? And besides that, I've been waiting for them to crumble for years. It's finally happening. And I'm loving every minute of it.
It says something about the plight of Man United.
Ball from Pepe there.
Yeah,
beat his man and didn't know what to do with it.
Yeah, as I was saying, it's a poor. It shows how poor Man United are and how bad they're getting. When Demba Ba near the end of his career is still scoring against them with ease. Oh, give away a ball again. Get rid of it.
You know what, right?
When Demba Ba was running through, it was like he was playing walking football. He could barely get a sprint on, and they still couldn't catch him up. It's unbelievable.
Was he 35?
Got to be.
At least, yeah.
That's on one leg.
I think that he's not got long left, has he? He's not got long left.
Back.
I mean, what was it today? You've got Man United gave the dreaded vote of confidence today publicly.
Well, here's the thing, Ryan, about that, right? I've seen that many times, yeah. And what that means when the board have to give you a vote of confidence, right, is they're preparing to sack you down the line.
Yeah.
It always happens. That's why they call it the dreaded vote of confidence.
Yeah.
Exactly. No one wants to hear that. Like, because I remember, the last one I remember, right, where we had to do that was Emery.
Yeah, last year.
Like, the boards gave him a vote of confidence, and literally 2 weeks later, gone.
Hmm.
Then a recount, that's why.
Oh, come on.
Yeah.
Don't get us started on recounts of everything going off in America.
Yeah, you're right.
Get everything going off in America. Let's start going Makes our politics look
Have
good.
you guys been paying attention to Trump on Twitter today? Like, he's put on mad ones tonight.
Oh, God.
He was going about stop the fraud, stop the count, and I'm just like, what are you doing?
He's hanging off.
If that was our country, right, would you want that Biden to be running thing? Because I wouldn't.
Wouldn't either of them. Let's be honest.
Well, not really. But
I
One's a non-racist and one's a fucking child molester. Like, come on.
Exactly. Give me the job. Do a better
Mate,
fucking job.
Like, no one can tell me that. Listen, my thoughts on Corona, right? I do think it's a serious threat. I do think it's a serious threat, but I also think that the government are lying to us. Steve, I swear. Steve, you need to calm it with the jokes, bro. Like,
Never.
I know, never gonna happen.
I can't. I just don't want to hear about it. I don't want to hear about the American election. Don't want to hear about coronavirus. Don't want to hear about none of it. It's just boring. Boring.
The same old shit.
I don't like listening to news anymore. I'm fed up listening to the news.
I don't listen to it at all.
You know what? I don't even believe the weather now. When I say it's running, I put my sunglasses on.
Just look out the window in the morning, you'll be fine.
Well, I'm assuming it must be hot because we can't have a lockdown if it's not hot. So I'm going to be sitting in the garden tomorrow.
Yeah,
exactly. During the lockdown, we've got 2 week international break as well. Could it get much worse?
I know, yeah. That's true.
Oh no!
I'll have to get me Superhero out.
I'm fine. I've got the Arsenal thing. I've got Perry Groves. I've got bloody loads of other stuff I bought recently. I can read. I've got media material. I've got videos. I'm covered. I'm fine for the international break then.
I got my life never changes anyway because I still carry on working because I'm at the company started Clark Cast as a key worker because of the company I'm working for. So just carry on as normal. Go to work, come home. Go to work, come home. You know, in between, have a sleep, have a shit, and eat something. That's about it, really.
Yeah, Russ says in the chat, it's good to see Louise back, by the way.
Yeah.
Cheers.
Yeah. He starts against Villa. I'm not even having this bullshit. Like, he starts with Gabriel, 100%.
Oh, exactly, yeah.
I know Holden had a good game, but look, that's football. Harsh. It's harsh football, you know what I mean? Like,
exactly.
You can put a good game in, but Holden recently has more bad games than he does good. So
I think they might both play anyway. It would be a back three, to be honest.
Yeah. I wouldn't mind that. I'm liking the 3-4-3. I'm liking it.
Mm.
So you can see Molde are a lot better than Dundalk, can't they?
Yeah, organised. Yeah,
100%.
They're just better all round, aren't they? Their players are just better players. I quite enjoyed Dundalk because they were quite shit, but they were funny to watch. I quite enjoyed them.
Yeah, that desperate Dan at the back was funny.
But these lot are quite a serious-looking team, I think. I mean, we should still beat them, but they look a lot more serious, don't they?
Yeah.
In the build-up, did they mention the new Haaland that they've got coming through, supposedly?
I don't know. I didn't watch it.
Who's got it? We got the new Haaland.
No, they have.
Molde.
Where Molde, he started at Molde, didn't he? The new Haaland.
Probably. Yeah.
Oh, what a cross! Are you George Bernard?
Oh my days!
That was poor, wasn't it?
I wonder who that was.
Two guesses.
Yeah, I don't even had two guesses. I have the one guess.
Yeah.
Oh my god!
I'm not even going to guess.
No, but it's just like last week, right? He was not great last week, but the one goal that he shot saved him from having a really bad game, right?
Yeah.
This week, more of the same.
The thing with Pepe is he does that, doesn't he? He'll have one or two moments of brilliance in a game, and then he'll go 20 minutes, half an hour, and just be either non-existent or fall over his own feet. He just does that. That's just what he's always done since we've got him. He's not consistent even in one game, let alone having a consistent run of performances.
I know, like
within the single game, he does some brilliant things, and you think, wow, what a talented player. And then 2 seconds later, he's falling over the ball or passing it out for a throw-in or crossing it into the stand like he just did.
Exactly. All I hear is, you got to give Pepe a consistent run of games. And look, I've not given up on him completely, but this excuse of like not giving him a consistent run of games is bullshit. It's bullshit. Like, I mean, all right, if you want a consistent run of games, it's pretty clear what you have to do. Put in consistent performances.
You got to earn it. You got to earn the shirt. Earn the shirt.
Yeah, no, exactly. Yeah, exactly.
Pepe has not done that. Like,
I think he's a decent impact player because he's got the ability to do something different and to, like he did against Sheffield United with a goal he scored, and he's done it a few times before. Are they changing referees? Is that what's going on?
No, he's got something wrong with his earpiece.
His earpiece, yeah.
I thought they were changing referee. Oh no, it's a lino. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And people wonder why Willian started on the weekend. That.
I didn't wonder. I knew exactly why he started at the weekend.
Exactly. It's like see what you want about Willian, right? But one thing you can't say about him, when it comes to the big games, he thrives. Like he does.
Well, he's got the experience, hasn't he? He's played a lot of big games in his career, hasn't he? Successfully. So
I can't count the amount of times that in big games against us for Chelsea that he ripped us a new one. I can't.
That was a bit late, the referee, wasn't it?
I can't even recall.
It wasn't even a foul, was it? He won the ball, didn't he?
Yeah, he won the ball.
Tahib, that was over. Like, what was that?
His arm back, I suppose.
It was the FA Cup final, in my opinion. He played brilliantly in that game.
Cup final, yeah.
Like that Liverpool game was what 2019, was it? Like that's over a year ago.
I can't remember the last game Pepe had where he didn't either score or have an assist, personally. But there you go. It's just me.
Yeah. He did good in the cup final. I'm not taking that away from him, but still, it's like that was then. This is now. It's what you've done for me lately, and right now, Pepe's not done a whole lot.
Oh, Leno nearly.
Oh, come on, Leno. You could have caught that.
Yeah.
This is why I say he reminds me of Szczesny in 2011, where he's rash. Like,
I don't know. Actually, that guy's about 8'4". That striker, he did quite well.
Yeah, I know.
He's having trouble, isn't he? It's Geezer, the linesman.
He is, isn't he?
Again.
Anyone got a spare battery?
Oh, for God's sake.
I see what we're missing. We're missing them dudes behind the goal, aren't we, with their little stick?
They don't have them anymore.
No, I know they don't. We need them now, don't we? This guy hasn't got to worry about his thing. He can
battery pack, yeah.
Just forget
He's
about it.
got a bad shoulder. Keeps his shoulder warm, man.
Just get a bit of gaffer tape and stick it around his. You stick it to him with gaffer tape.
There's literally a shop
on the touchline, and that'll get VAR working.
Yeah, there's a trader
It doesn't work.
coming off Holiday Road, guys. There's a shop. Go in there, get some duct tape, get some batteries. Off you go.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, just get duct tape it round his head, so it's like on top of his head or something.
Oh, dear. It's very scrappy so far. 17 minutes in, nothing clear cut from us apart from the.
Them too early chances. Yeah, you know.
Yeah.
He could have maybe put one of them in and it settles us down, and now it's going to be a bit more of a struggle.
Hmm.
Oh,
they're pressing quite well, you know. Like they're not allowing us any space between the lines, and that's kind of why, you know, I don't want to bring it back to him, but Dundalk didn't really press us that much, like, and that's why Pepe got kind of a field day at right wing. But you notice whenever Pepe gets the ball, Molde are on him like that. Like,
It was like they set up 2 banks of 4 as well. So
it's going to be tough to break down, but
yeah, they are. They're a serious team. They've come here to do a job, and you can see that it's going to be difficult.
They've literally
got every man behind the ball as well.
Oh, that's good. That's good.
Bloody hell.
What is he hold on to it for so long?
Do you reckon he's played Leno to try and get him a little bit more confidence?
Possibly.
Maybe, yeah.
Because he's been looking like he's not quite there, is he, yet? Whether it's partly his injury or something, he's not been there. So maybe he's played.
What was all that about, Willock? I'm sorry. That was poor, Willock.
Yeah, it was.
He had a person to give the ball to in a much better position. A lot of space.
Ran straight into trouble.
And he didn't do anything with it. He just ran and ran until someone took it off him.
Yeah.
To me, that's my problem with him. Yeah, you know, with all due respect, his decision making ain't the best.
That was good from Niles. Really good. A little bit better there.
Oh.
No, Leicester City's just scored, by the way, Iheanacho 1-0. Against Sporting Braga.
Oh. He's a good player, Iheanacho. He really is.
We played Braga, didn't we, a few years ago?
Yeah.
Either last year or the year before,
Yeah. Well, it was one of our last Champions League seasons, wasn't it, I think? In the group stage.
Yeah, talks about it.
Wasn't that where didn't Perez score a hat-trick against them? Was it them he scored a hat-trick against?
I think it might have been.
Possibly. I'm trying to think actually.
Wait a minute. Hold on. I'll look. Oh, actually, I'll look up. Right. Give me a minute, and I'll look up.
Yeah, I think it was. Or was it? Or was that Basel? I can't remember.
Basel. Yeah, Basel.
It might have been Basel. It might have been Basel.
I knew it began with a B.
Hold on. Check. Yeah, it was Basel.
Basel?
Oh my days, Mustafi.
What are you doing?
Unfucking-leavable, man.
No pressure on him either.
He just fell on the floor for no reason. It's like he's probably got an ear imbalance or an ear infection.
That's all I'm going to say.
Oh my God.
Oh, okay.
Oh, they scored.
Okay.
Oh
my God.
You plank.
I mean, that was a good goal, though, to be fair. But
No, who's closing down?
You're not going to like it.
Nice finish.
It was a nice finish, yeah. It was a good goal.
Oh, come on. I want to see that again. I can't believe he was beaten
the
from
ball
that
there.
distance.
There's no one in midfield. Good first time ball. No one's gone near him.
No,
And he's got a shot.
Space he's
He
got.
took it well, but no one got near him.
I mean, that was a really good finish, but surely he's got to save that. Surely.
No one closed him down.
That was
Actually, that's a good goal. That he called it round, didn't he? That's a
lovely
good finish.
goal. Yeah.
He had so much forward there. Why was no one closing down?
No one comes to the ball, and quite frankly, I know people are going to disagree with this, but it's a sloppy goal kick as well. I'm sorry, it just is. Like, there's no. Oh, bloody hell!
Right, here we go, boys.
Not what you need when you're heading into a game against Villa on the weekend.
Exactly. Me and Melvin touched on this earlier about Villa coming up. But hey.
What a cross that was. My God.
Oh my day, seriously.
Christ.
But going back to that goal again, why was no one running to get him closing down and forcing?
There wasn't anyone there. That's the problem. No one was there to close him down.
The nearest person was David Luiz. He kept backing off.
And David Luiz, when he took the shot,
Luiz was literally on his own, though. If you look,
and then he turned his back. In all fairness, David Luiz.
But you know what I'm saying? Literally, he could have gone forward a bit quicker. That's what I'm saying.
But that's come from again. I was trying to play it out from the back when we're not very good at it, and it's causing us problems. We've done it a few times this season.
That wasn't playing it out from the back, though, was it? He did a fairly long kick to the halfway line.
Mustafi had dropped into a position to get the ball, and then when we lost it, there was a massive gap because the two defenders were too far apart. Because Mustafi had dropped into a position to receive the ball from the goalkeeper, and the goalkeeper went long. We lost the ball, and he was out of position.
No. That's not gap. It's not a case of playing it out from the back, though, right? Because what you see there is Leno more or less kicking it into our half, whereas their goalkeeper kicks it across our halfway line, right? You do not kick the ball half-heartedly like that and put us on the back foot almost instantly. And that's exactly what Leno did.
Especially when if you're going to do that, the defence has to be set.
Yeah,
it wasn't.
So the defence
wasn't set when he kicked it. The question is, gentlemen, where was our midfield?
Yeah.
Where was anybody?
That's the question you've got to be asking yourself.
We were split up like this all over the place. There was massive gaps everywhere. As soon as we lost the ball, they had so much space. They had 2 or 3 players that could have got that goal. Everyone was in the wrong position.
I also think that Leno could have done better with getting to that ball.
Possibly.
As well,
I think it bounced in front of him, didn't it, a little bit? Which
he could have done better, but it's just poor all round.
Yeah, it was poor all round. Yeah, it's a terrible goal to concede that.
Terrible. But you can't take away from the finish either. But poor from us.
Yeah, very poor.
Hopefully,
the good thing for us is it's only 25 minutes, so there's still a chance to win it. But mistakes like that, right? In fact, watch Leno here, right? Just watch Leno here, right? The way he kicks the ball, he stops first and then kicks it, and then he kicks it to a player, and he's
what a shot!
It's just
for crying out loud.
You listen. What I don't understand is why you give long 50-yard balls in the air to Eddie. He ain't going to win any headers in the air, Eddie.
He's basically
playing. You're going to give up possession straight away, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Why is Mustafi virtually got chalk on his boots?
Yeah.
Why? What the hell was he doing out there?
There's just so much space everywhere there. Literally, that's the worst defensive shape I think I've ever seen under Arteta ever.
I'm not being funny, but Maitland-Niles was further infield than
I know. Mustafi was in a position to receive the ball from playing out from the back, wasn't he? That's where he was. And he didn't need to be there. That's what we were doing.
No, because Maitland-Niles would have been there.
Yeah. Well, he was a little bit further forward to give Maitland-Niles an option. So Maitland-Niles gets the ball. He can pass it to Mustafi. That's what they were thinking, but that's not what was going to happen. And it's almost like they're thinking, like we said before, about overcomplicating it. That's what it seemed like. The goalie's got the ball. The goalie's got to lump it up the pitch. Everybody's got to be in a position to deal with the second ball, and we just wasn't.
Well, no one was in that when their goal, was it? He headed the ball. He lost the ball in the air, Eddie, because he never got near it. No, not his fault. He just ain't built for it. And there was no one to actually say, well, he's going to lose the ball. Where should he be?
Yeah.
I have to say that the biggest culprit of all, I think, is Leno. For the kick, and B, I think he could have done better with a save. Because I don't think he should have made that kick when the defence was completely split open like that.
Yeah.
Because that could have easily been headed back, which it was. And
you know something, Andrew? I don't think Leno expected him to shoot. I think he was unprepared for it.
It was his fault that
he shot in the first place.
That. Like, as a goalkeeper, you should anticipate shots being thrown at you even after you kick the ball. Like,
you're never expecting a shot, are you? Really? Because it could come at any time. You got to be ready as a goalkeeper. I mean,
that's a poor exactly. It really is.
Why is Xhaka so far deep?
I don't know. I think
why is Mustafi playing so wide?
Yes, I'm saying as well.
It's just the whole thing was just a comedy of errors, wasn't it? The whole thing from start to finish, that goal.
All right, well, go on then.
I don't think one person. I don't think you can in that particular instance. You can't blame Luis because he was left all on his own.
Oh no, you can't really blame him. Luis was the only one who was in the right position, actually.
Exactly. No, he hasn't. He didn't do anything wrong. Luis, to be perfectly honest.
No.
It's back.
Leno. Mustafi, they're at fault there, right? Because one, Mustafi to begin with, and two, Leno should not be doing that. Should not be kicking it like that. It's a crap goal kick. Like, come on.
He's the biggest culprit, Leno. He was twice, I think.
I can't even believe I'm saying this, right? But Renarsson has looked more composed at the back in one game than I've seen Leno look all.
Well, that's only because the ball didn't go in our half, really, did it? To be fair, apart from one shot.
Obviously, there's context, right? But when you look at the mistake that was made, I mean, I haven't given up on him, but come on, it's basic shit. Like, you know what I mean?
Oh, by the way, for people that obviously watch us but not average watch the game, literally, Pepe had the ball crossed in. Good cross for once, and Willock got a head to it, but it was a poor header.
Shocking.
Behind him, he did actually. He had to make a couple of steps backwards, to be fair to him. But, it's just... It wasn't an ideal ball, really.
Whenever I watch this game, Xhaka's out of position every time. He's all over the place.
Oh, come on.
I see what he's trying to do there, but yeah.
Yeah, that was quite unlucky, actually. It's a good idea. At least he's trying penetrating balls into the box.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's just, what's the name? Pepe didn't read it properly.
Warming up.
Looks like he ain't happy.
He's glad he's had his haircut as well, Ceballos.
Yeah, so then the man bum, like the Bam Bam look.
It's probably because he didn't want to be a vampire anymore.
Yeah, did you see Aubameyang there? First thing I thought of when we saw him in the on his seat then was vampire.
Yeah. Oh, he's definitely a vampire, Aubameyang, isn't he?
Yeah, 100%.
What should we go for?
Mendy for Chelsea's doing all right, and he 5 clean sheets out of 6 games or something. He's had, hasn't
he? Yeah.
He looks decent, yeah.
And playing behind Chelsea's defence as well. That must make him the best goalkeeper ever to play football.
Oh, that's the thing. I was listening to a podcast today, and they said, "Well, don't forget he's actually playing behind a better defence than before because at least they brought Thiago Silva in. And he's after his first game wobble when he fell over." He's been all right, hasn't he, since? To be fair.
Yeah, no, he's done pretty well.
He's actually got someone, right, who knows what it means to be a top goalkeeper at the top level in Petr Cech working with him. So naturally, Mendy has looked good if just for that alone.
Well, he's not a coach, though, is he? He's like director.
No. I'm not saying he's a coach, right? But he'll kind of he'll just talk to him and be like, okay, you're new to the club, but this is what we expect of you, right? And Mendy's just taken to it like a duck to water. That's not to take away from his qualities or anything like that. Mendy's absolutely brilliant. But again, like...
Not a free kick when he got pushed over.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, I don't understand it. Really don't.
Big up Harvey. Big up Harvey, Man United fan for joining us. Yeah, Harvey, you're very brave considering your team's lost 2 in a row now.
Yeah, you can't exactly
15th in the Premier League. 15th in the Premier League, aren't they?
Yeah, 7 points.
Can't exactly challenge shit.
Yeah, I mean, you've got to have...
not a foul.
For God's sake.
Go on.
What? I mean, how's that he's got to bring that back for a free kick now, surely.
You'd think.
I mean, he's pushed over for the second time within a minute.
Literally, the ball's gone. The guy's just gone in his chest.
How's that not a free kick?
Willock should have done better there. Come on.
Yeah, he should have done better. Yeah. I thought he should have done better.
Why didn't...
Bad decision making, Willock. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I just think Pepe's got to start standing up to these. They're trying to bully him, and he's just like falling over. He needs to stand up to them more, doesn't he?
He's just not.
He's just literally pushed over twice.
I don't know with Pepe, right? I just get the impression, right, that he's very easily bullied, and it's not just tonight. It's not just tonight. It's like it's several games I've seen that in. Like whenever I've watched him play, he just doesn't. I don't know.
I mean,
one thing I like about it, he never makes a meal of it though. You don't roll around and scream and shout. He gets up and carries on with no issue, which is one good thing.
Yeah,
and he's going to be a foul player, isn't he? Because they go after players like that. So, but I do like the fact you don't make a meal of it. You don't complain or moan at shout at the ref or roll around on the floor for 4 minutes. You know,
Lacazette doesn't either. He just gets on with it.
I'm glad.
They'll take Pepe off here. You'll see that. They'll take Pepe off second half.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a real shame we can't see Nelson and Smith Rowe as well today. I'm really excited about that.
It'll be on sale in the Arsenal shop tomorrow. They'll sell anything in there, don't they? They're releasing new kits every week. There's a new training kit out today, wasn't there? The one they wore before this game.
Yeah.
That coat will be on sale tomorrow, definitely. About 150 quid, I reckon it'll go for.
I've got my hoodie being redelivered tomorrow as well, so I'm looking forward to that. The one they came out in again tonight.
Yeah, that's smart. That.
Oh, yeah.
I can't wait to get that.
Yeah, that looks smart.
Enough money out of us, especially during this whole time as well. Like 3 kits a season should be enough, especially when the team's not exactly in the greatest of shapes. Let's be honest.
At least we're saving money, not actually going to the football. So
yeah. That's a good point. Actually, yeah.
Not doing anything. You're just locked in the house.
A bit better. Football's a bit better here. Football's a bit better.
Have a shot, somebody. Try to feed it.
Go on, Willock.
Bit better there. Go on with that.
Well done, Willock. Well done.
Done well, yeah. Don't give him that. He done well there. He did well there because he didn't have to make a decision.
What?
They swapped him round, yeah.
That was terrible.
Oh. That was unlucky. Good ball from Willian.
And again.
Oh, that bit wide. Not that one. That's a good.
No, that's poor.
First cross was decent.
Could have done with being about another yard further forward.
Go on, Pepe.
Oh, this is good.
Go on.
This is good. Oh, terrible.
Final ball final ball is shocking.
Yeah, overplayed it again.
He's going to get taken off at halftime, lads. He has to be because I just don't see what he's offering at the minute.
Lara in the chat is are the team distracted by Arteta's jacket?
I am. I've been distracted by it, actually.
At least it's using recycled materials. You reuse your bin bags. That's what you need to do.
Yeah.
He's actually got
make it look shiny.
As a sense of style. If nothing else is good, then at least he has that.
I'm going to try and make one out of my big rubble sack after the game.
You can fashionize it on Sunday for the watch along on Sunday evening. The final pay-per-view game. We won, guys. We won.
No, but they're going to say it's because of the lockdown, but it's not. It's because no one was paying for it. That's why they stopped it.
Not spin it in a way that it makes them look good.
Have I missed something? Is it been announced? Is it? Sorry.
But basically, it's going around all day, reports-wise, that after this weekend, obviously international breaks will be happening, and then when we come back, not the pay-per-view will no longer be in effect.
Because of every game again, then.
They're saying it's because of the lockdown. They're saying the reason is because of the lockdown, we're going to go back to how it was last season, but it's not because of the lockdown. It's because literally nobody's buying it.
No.
I've noticed that we've got 2 games on Amazon coming up soon as well in the next couple of weeks.
Have we?
3 or 4 weeks. Yeah.
Oh, which games? Do you know? I've got Amazon Prime.
Yeah, I'll tell you.
You watch it be an North London derby. You watch.
No, it ain't.
That we can actually.
It ain't gonna be a derby, Ryan. It won't, right? Because Amazon never get the good games.
It is.
Well, they've got these good games.
Arsenal, Southampton, and Brighton v Arsenal.
Oh, okay.
Told you.
Is that Boxing Day? Brighton Boxing Day.
It is.
I think Chelsea's, but I can't remember their Boxing Day.
28th of December.
28th.
Arsenal Southampton is 15th of December.
Is that Pepe again?
I'm getting
body
really frustrated with him tonight because he's done nothing all game.
Oh dear. DW don't like it.
Oh, and they've only had one. What kind of bullshit is that?
Yeah.
What kind of who passed that to David Luiz just then into the box?
Probably Mustafi, probably.
Seriously?
Or Xhaka, one of the two.
Oh God!
Yeah, name any 3 from 4.
Oh dear God!
I didn't see who kicked it. All I saw was it going into the box. Really dangerous area. Really put David Luiz under pressure then.
Probably Mustafi or Krasniq's then. Attempts on target 1 each. Okay, now. Get their score from their first shot.
We need to have a really, really good second half here.
Yeah, Arteta needs to get into.
Have we had a shot on target yet?
Yeah, one.
Wow.
I don't remember it. I don't remember us having a shot on target.
It must be one of those toe pokes, like right in
We've
front
had
of the goalkeeper.
We've had attempts. It's not been on target.
It might be the one where Eddie, the gatekeeper saved when Eddie at the beginning of the match. We all like,
yeah.
The keeper did get his arm to it or something. Now cast that because it's come off him.
Decent save.
God. Look at they're swarming us, man. Fucking hell, get rid of that.
Why does Mustafi feel the need to do a fall guy role every time he touches
I know,
the ball?
no idea.
There's no pressure. He's just like Bambi on ice. And that's being polite.
Bambi on meth's more like it.
Do you reckon we're playing crap because we've gone into lockdown without telling anyone?
I think they're playing cracks. We've got Mustafi on the pitch, basically. and Klasnach.
And Jack is out of position. And Jack is just out of position. Again, they don't want to dig him out and all that, but literally he's meant to be the anchor. But every time I see the game, he's either in a centre back role for some reason.
Yeah, but to be fair, you don't know where he's been asked to play, do you? So you can't say he's out of position because he might be doing exactly.
Well, he must have been told to go anywhere he wants on the pitch. Then that's what he's been doing.
He's playing the Burkamp role, isn't he?
Yeah. But he's not helping us. That's what I'm saying.
Burkamp role.
The
way that's been deployed, right, is sort of like the Roman centre back, sort of like a Regista. Like,
he's basically going from central defence to the edge of their box.
Done well to keep that in.
He did do well to keep it
Oh,
in.
come on.
I don't believe that's not a foul.
What is this ref on today?
That's three times. That's three times. His body
again,
checked in that position.
It's like last week, isn't it, when Dundalk didn't concede a free kick in that entire game last week.
Well, even nice.
Loads of fouls.
With all due respect, every single foul that was on that side is in front of a linesman. Why isn't the linesman saying flag needs flag?
Exactly the same position 3 times in the last 10 minutes.
Yeah.
I changed that midfield. I changed that midfield at halftime. Something about it just ain't working. Like Willock, Ceballos, it just doesn't work. Oh yes, get in.
Are you watching another game, Colin?
Fuck off. I'm ahead of you guys, like, but you're not gonna like it. You ain't. You just said. What?
Oh, he scored, but it's disallowed.
Offside, was it?
Oh,
It was no VAR either. I don't get why is VAR a must in Champions League group stage, but for Europa League, no.
That linesman's flag's working, and it's not been working up till now. He finally finds it working.
It wasn't even offside, lads. I'm sorry.
It's Willock.
Offside. If Eddie put it in, it's not offside.
It's not offside. Right, yeah. It was Willock.
It's a replay and it's not offside. I'm sorry, but whatever this ref is on, he must be on some fucking mad fucking crack right now.
Twice in the last 3 games have had perfectly good goals disallowed.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Man, it's bullshit.
You know what? It wasn't even close to, unless he reckons that Eddie, the other keeper put it in. Willock put it in.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Was it Willock that scored, not Nketiah?
No, Eddie
scored.
If Eddie put it in, he was about a yard on side.
Eddie put it in. But the linesman, I'm guessing the linesman thought that Willock was impeding the goalkeeper, but he wasn't. So again, it's bullshit.
I'm getting really pissed off with this. These no
That's
decisions.
mad,
At the end of this game, they're going to say,
Xhaka.
what are you doing?
He's not offside. He's not impeding the goalkeeper.
He just fell over the ball there.
Willock lost the ball in a minute on the edge of the box, but fucking what's it? Xhaka 2 minutes, like, a minute prior to that, one side of the fucking box to the other.
The keeper's not even looking at him. Like,
No, he's not winning properly.
He couldn't be more onside if he tried. I mean,
Yeah, but he has gone to the ball though. If you look, Willock.
It's not. That is a perfectly good goal.
Yeah, I know we've had goals disallowed in less than a month. Work that one out. Go on, Eddie. Oh, go on! Oh, yes! Come on! Finally!
Does it count? Does it count? Does it count?
Who scored?
Oh, they're taking a penalty at the moment. Oh, penalty. I mean, sorry.
Joe Willock. There we go.
Oh, God. What's Saka doing? Fucking hell. What is it? He's a bit far. Nosebleed. Go
That
on,
was
Eddie.
good.
Home goal,
Oh, well, do you know what?
Perfect football.
Really good.
Home goal.
Really good.
Wasn't it?
Looks like
Really good breakaway goal that was.
William done well there.
That's good.
Will-I did well there.
That's good football, though. Counter-attacking football.
He's done well.
Even Xhaka.
Which one he done there? Look at
Lovely ball up there, play to Willian.
Yeah.
Xhaka didn't know what to do. He started panicking.
We need to make the right pass, though, in the end. That's the main thing.
That's an own goal,
Who
isn't
gave
it?
the ball?
Yeah,
Eddie?
Yeah, Eddie with the last part, like the final pass.
I think Willock could be well within his rights to claim that.
Eddie did well there.
Yeah.
Do you know what I want to say? Like, these last 10 minutes have been really good. These last 10 minutes would put the pressure on them.
We should be 2-1. We should be 2-1 technically then.
I know.
Considering we're playing against the ref.
You don't trust these officials. So the way I see it, it's like the fact that we've scored just before halftime, that will really put the shits up them now.
Half
I
time,
knew we'd go in at
we should have momentum in the second half, shouldn't we? Now,
Yeah.
I think to be fair, we could have played loads better, obviously, but I think we've been so unlucky this half with the ref, the line, everything.
Yeah. For a start, Andre. Yeah, the goal we scored before the own goal was not offside. So
exactly.
Honestly,
body check 3 times for that in a free kick.
More level if he tried, seriously. And as far as I'm concerned, that goal was scored after that is justice, in my opinion. So you try and hold us down. We keep going, and eventually we'll have our day. All right, you don't hold us back.
I really enjoyed that goal. That was a really good breakaway goal. That was, and you got to give full credit to Willock as well. The way he made that run is perfect timing into the box, and that's what he's good at. He made that run into the box exactly the right time, so you can't knock him for that, can you? Really good run.
Oh dear. Yeah, exactly. Even Xhaka, even though we all say he looked a bit headlights at 1 second, but he made the right pass to Eddie instead of making the wrong pass like he usually does. So he got hats off to him as well in the build up. It was a good team goal, let's be honest.
It was.
Nice break.
Yeah.
Really good goal. Really good goal.
And that's a theme under Arteta as well. We do have moments of brilliance in us under this manager, and that's what I like. Do you know what I mean?
And that is why I will always back Joe Willock for things like that, because that was a really, really good run. He put a lot of effort. He really sped up as well and got into the box at the right time. So he did well there. He did well with that.
After the offside goal, he didn't give up, did he? Like, he showed that tenacity that we've lacked for so long. And that's I really do.
We do need that driving run from midfield. We're desperate for it. We really are.
Yeah.
And yes, he makes mistakes, but he will do a lot of good as well during the match.
Come on, he's a young kid.
I like him. I like Joe Willock a lot, and I think he's showing some real signs of getting there. He just needs more opportunities. But the good thing is, at the moment, he's definitely going to be playing every week because of the amount of games we've got. So that is one good thing.
Yeah. Like, also, do you not think that if he moved to a number 10 position, like if we decided to incorporate that into the system that we play, like, I feel like Willock would do well there because of like how determined he is to win the ball back on most occasions. Yes, he's not good. He's not great in the final third, but
he is. He's very technically good. Don't forget why he hit the
I'm not saying. Listen, I'm not saying he's not, gifted in the final third. All I'm saying is he just needs to improve that final ball. That's all.
The way he took it round a couple of players in their box against Dundalk, the skill he showed at the touchline and got round the bloke. It really, good quality that is. Really good quality. You don't do that if you ain't technically gifted. But the thing is with him, I think he should play the furthest forward of a three in midfield, like a diamond shape, not specifically a number 10, but just like an attacking 8 sort of thing. And let him have the freedom and let sort of Partey and whoever plays alongside Partey, whether it's El Neni or whoever, just to stop the the passing lanes and stuff, and just do the mopping up really more than anything else, and just let Joe Willock or someone have the freedom to do pretty much what they like from a central midfield role and make those late runs into the box. I think that would be ideal, rather than an out-and-out number 10, just a running, driving midfielder with the ball, because I think he can dribble with the ball, or he can just make the runs and draw their players away to track him and leave spaces for their front three as well.
Yeah. Although number 10s are, well, to be a number 10 in the modern game, you kind of have to be a number 8 anyway. Like, so.
Yeah, I don't buy the fact that number 10s aren't used anymore. I mean, Chelsea just spent, 80 million quid on one. Couldn't Kai Havertz. And,
but where are they?
Sorry, what?
Where are they playing him now?
Well, he's got coronavirus at the moment, isn't he? So he's not playing.
Oh yeah, but outside of that, that's what I mean.
But they've got several players that can play in a number 10 position, can't they? I mean, and who's the other one I was thinking of? It's gone completely out of my head. Okay.
We're trying to think of
another number 10 in the Premier League.
Mason Mount,
Maddison.
Yeah, Madison's a good shout. Madison, but they are still about, is what I'm trying to say, and I couldn't think of them.
I'm not saying they're not about, but what I'm saying is,
I'm sort of counteracting my own argument.
To be a number 10 in the modern game, you can't just be like a number 10 that kind of stays in that like final third. You have to be all over the pitch. That's why Liverpool do so good. That's why Manchester City do so good. Because if you notice, De Bruyne for City, he doesn't operate solely as a central midfielder. He operates as an 8, as a number 10. When Man City don't have the ball, granted that's very rarely, he moves back into central midfield. But when they do have the ball, he's more in that final third than any other player. And that's what you need in a number 10 in the modern game. You can't just have one player that stays in that final third for the whole game, because then you get punished.
The other player I was thinking of was Jota, who's playing in that sort of deep role ahead of Firmino at the moment. He's playing like a 10, running into the box, and look what he did yesterday. That's what I was thinking.
Class.
What a game he had yesterday. I mean, he was absolutely outstanding.
His performances the last few weeks have been nothing short of world class. Make no mistake about it.
6 goals he scored in his last 5 games, and Firmino has scored 5 goals in all of 2020.
I know. But you know what? That's what they lacked though, because Firmino didn't really have any competition at Liverpool last season, hence why he played every game nearly. But Jota's given Klopp something to think about now.
Everyone, I can never understand everyone going mad over Firmino. I mean, seriously though, over the top, weren't they? So, he's there. He keeps them going. He's the most important of the front three, even though he doesn't score. Blah 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 blah. I never got it myself. I know he's got he's a decent technical player, but I don't get why everyone just literally raves about him. I really don't. Wow,
I mean, it's important to Klopp's system, but for me, the most important player in that Liverpool front three, without question, is Sadio Mane.
Yeah, exactly.
When they paid 30 million for him, I thought they were mad, Liverpool, when they paid 30 million for him. I've got to admit.
I know, because at the time he never scored more than about 12 goals or something, had he?
That's right. Yeah.
As well, he wouldn't impact big games the way that he's doing now. But
I think he might have scored 2 or 3 against Liverpool one game.
Yeah, but back then, Melvin, Liverpool wasn't a big game for most teams. It was a big game for us because, well, it's Liverpool. But Mane now, what he's doing is he's stepped up to the players that are around him. And when Mane went out of the team when they first bought him, you've seen how bad that Liverpool were. Then they bought Salah in. Then they bought, Jota in. Liverpool's attack is, I would argue, it's the most dangerous attack in Europe right now, outside of Bayern Munich's.
Well, Sane, in my opinion, has overtaken Salah now as a Liverpool forward.
Yeah.
Well, Salah, a couple of years ago, he was the number one. He was king, wasn't he?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Not anymore. I think Mane's overtaken him.
Yeah, he's their most important player by far, because when you look at Liverpool, right, and you're thinking, all right, who scores the most important goals? Not the goals that most weeks, but when Liverpool need a goal in a big game, who scores it?
Yeah,
those Hammers, aren't
they? From my brother to you, Colin. Okay, you can do it.
Do I have to go over this question again? Listen, all I've done is change the background. You never heard of a green screen before? Fuck's sake.
Plus, bit of I know he's joking. I know my brother's joking about it and all that, but yeah, bit of a clue. There's a daylight there as well. In the winter as well. Daylight in winter doesn't go.
Actually,
and there's people walking in the street as well.
There's a wall underneath the fucking image. That not give you a clue? Jeez.
Oh dear.
I'm surprised
And they're driving the wrong side of the road as well.
Yeah. Oh dear.
Yeah. It's fucking like 9 o'clock at night and it's fucking daylight on the image. Like, do the math.
Oh dear. Got to laugh. But yeah, he's made a comment about obviously the 1-1 thing. I said he can get going if he wants to, but we'll have to mention Atletico then drawing 1-1 to Lokomotiv Moscow.
Oh yeah. Plus the fact that we took Thomas Partey off of him, but okay.
Oh, they've replaced him with what's name, haven't they? Is Kondogbia.
Yeah, I like Kondogbia. He's a good player. He's not Thomas Partey level, but he's a good player.
Yeah, even brother said, because obviously he likes the League of Football and all that. He said he's no Partey. He's nowhere near that level. He's had one. Even he said he had that one outstanding season, I think, and then literally since then it's been okay, but not to the same level.
Have the teams come out yet?
Not on my screen. It's on adverts.
They haven't.
I've seen Ian writing an advert promoting that fucking camera thing.
Has anyone listened to his podcast yet?
Haven't yet, but I probably will do tomorrow morning now.
Yeah, I will. I definitely will.
Something to do. Also, the Tuesday cover, Andrew mentioned last week, Alan Davies, and there's a few other Unas there on there, obviously, regulars. Had Arsene Wenger on, obviously, in the last couple of episodes. And they did an interview which they had to split into two.
Very good.
Yeah. I about to say, no one's listened to it. Go and give it a listen on Spotify.
Yeah.
Some interesting things came out, actually.
You take this one, Ryan. I can't be arsed.
Yeah, it's swinging. Again, he's saying it, but he literally swings around about because all clubs, literally all fan bases do it. Literally, even that lot down the road, they do it. For the last few years, all we've had from that lot down the road, their fan base wise, is how bad we've been. Which we have been. We take it on a chin.
The thing is, right,
20 years.
A worldwide game. We can't talk about, other clubs and like football in general. We can't praise other teams. Like, is that so out of the ordinary?
We can't have banter with other teams when they're underperforming as well.
Exactly.
Apparently. I mean,
I'm sure if the tables were turned, right, other fans of clubs would be doing the same thing.
Well, they have been. We've had it for 10, 15 years of them giving it to us, even before social media. That's beforehand. So it is what it is, isn't it? We give it back.
All right.
We soak it in. Knowing that one day it's going to happen to them. It may not. May not be the latest team it's happened to, and we're enjoying it at the moment. But now Ollie's got the vote of confidence thing.
Besides that, we've had childhoods ruined by that club.
Yep.
So we're allowed to enjoy their misery.
Yeah, 2003 is the one that done me, the 02-03 season. Nicking the title at the last second because we just fell apart in the last few games of the season.
I'll tell you what pissed me off, the 8-2.
8-2. Oh, fucking that pissed me off. I couldn't believe it because we got a penalty as well. Was it a 1-1 or 2-0?
About that game, right, was Coquelin at left back. And I'm just
Coquelin at left back. We had Carl Jenkinson just joined the club at right back. Walcott then literally trying to help him, trying to demand.
Traore played left back. I don't know what was that. Traore.
Really? I thought Coquelin was left back.
No, Coquelin was in midfield.
What's it? Traore
and Jenkinson were the fullbacks, and it was Koscielny and
Giroud.
Oh yeah, Giroud. Yeah,
Johan Giroud.
Yeah.
Chamberlain.
I forgot about him. Fucking hell.
Chamberlain, Song. Obviously, Walcott was on the wing as well. And Van Persie was up front. He missed a penalty.
Those two were the only ones that played well that day.
Yeah.
Like, I won't have a.
No, was it Rosicky or Arshavin?
It was 2011.
I think it was Rosicky, I think Rosicky played.
Might have been Rosicky, yeah.
Yeah.
Might have been. I'm trying to think now.
Yeah, because I think Arshavin was brought in after that. Like, because I remember shortly after that where we just brought in several players, one of them being Andre Santos.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, literally the next day was the deadline day, and literally brought in Mertesacker, Andre Santos, the guy, the Park Sung or whatever his name is from Monaco.
Yeah, I think Arshavin was part of that as well. I think
Arshavin was in the following winter. He was meant to be part of that window, but obviously the club fucked up on in all the paperwork.
Arteta came that transfer window after that.
Yeah, Arteta.
Yeah, that. Do you know what? Right, Arteta was the only good signing like that summer. Like he just was. Like I was actually, I couldn't believe what I was watching either. Like, and it wasn't like Manchester United's goals were anything spectacular. It was just basic shit.
Yeah,
like simple counterattack. Danny Welbeck, Hernandez, and fucking Wayne Rooney tearing us to shreds.
Ashley
Young scored a couple of crackers in that game,
Yeah.
Not to mention Ashley Young, Nani, like, oh my God.
And literally Nasri and
they had about 12 shots on target, scored 8 goals, and we had about like 9 shots on target and scored 2. That game could have ended up 8-5 or something like 8-6 or something like that, and that would have been a fair reflection of the game. It wasn't actually as bad as it looked. The scoreline looked. It wasn't that bad. I didn't think.
We just weren't clinical enough, and every time
everything they hit went in, and we missed a penalty. We missed a lot of other chances, and we could easily have. I think we'd have lost that game regardless. But it was a lot closer game than 8-2. I mean, I've never seen a scoreline flatter a team as much as it flattered them that day.
But
bearing in mind we had 10 men at the end as well, didn't we? Because Jenkinson got sent off, and it was about 6-1 or something.
Well, here's the thing, right? On that day, there's not a single person that will deny that Manchester United side was better than our side on the day. It was, because they had what we didn't. A bit of personality, a bit of a fight in the dressing room, whereas we had nothing but pussies. So
that's when we panicked and bought a couple of players after that game.
Yeah.
Yeah, we bought about 5, didn't we? Next day.
Worst window I've ever seen, and that includes the one in 2015-16 when we only bought Czech. Because you can buy good players, but you can buy one player and have him be good, but then you can buy several players and they end up being shit, and that's exactly what that window was.
I don't know. Arteta and Mertesacker were good players for us.
They were.
We're back underway, by the way. 4 minutes into the second half.
Did I miss any chances?
No.
Nothing yet.
No.
Shaka's leaving.
We haven't really got started yet. Second half,
No.
they had a corner which was a bit dangerous.
Kolasinac.
That was poor. Kolasinac.
Kolasinac. It was Xhaka.
He's so terrible. Kolasinac, man.
Oh my God! He never ever beats the first man, does he?
Oh, David Louise, man.
But amongst all this, I've literally gone from 28 likes to 13 likes. So thank you, YouTube, for that one. I appreciate you fucking taking likes off me now for the 5th stream in a row.
Bastards. Oh, that was poor. Come on, Louise, you're better than that.
Oh.
Are you still ahead of us, Colin?
Good ball from Willian. Yeah.
That's not why I'm so far behind you lot, because I've got BT Sport. I'm actually watching BT Sport. How can I be behind? Fucking mental. I've only just seen the.
All good with that.
You can't be behind us. You can't be behind us. Not sure I'm watching it
again, lads. Ian Nacho again.
Yeah, I just saw that as well on my phone.
Don't fail. I was going to bring him down.
I think Celtic are still losing 1-0 as well.
Who they got?
They're at home though against SPP, I think it said on the screen.
Who?
Right.
I don't know.
SPP?
That's what it's on the screen. Let's have a look from now.
Who's that then? Sporting.
Sparta Prague.
Sparta Prague, yeah.
Losing 2-0 at home. AC Milan losing 1-0 to Lille.
Lille are having a good season, aren't they? They're sort of pretty much. I think
Ryan, did you say AC Milan are losing?
Yeah, it says on my phone 1-0 Lille.
Oh, of course they lose. Of course they lose. I'm surprised.
What a shocking ball! What a shocking ball! Who gave William that? Oh, Ainley Maitland-Niles. What a ball!
Yeah.
Oh, God,
All was warming up.
Yeah, but I think that's been forced. They're being honest.
Do it to G up the rest of the other players on the pitch.
Yeah, that's what they're doing it for.
Yeah. Do you know what? I've never seen a defender like Kolasinac just be so wasteful in the final third. Like that ball he put in there. I'm sorry. How is he a footballer?
He's not. He's not a footballer.
How is he a footballer? Like how? I don't get it.
That's what you want to see from Ceballos just before that. Yeah. That was really good.
Come on, Kolasinac, you lads, you're gonna see something right that will just boggle your mind. I swear.
Yeah, even Tom just put a tweet out on the Gooner Talk Twitter.
Oh
saying,
my life!
Do me a favour, Colin. I've seen it.
See what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh, for fuck's sake!
Oh my God! Oh, Jesus Christ!
Really?
You called it when you said how is he a footballer?
An open goal.
No, but what is he? 2 yards from goal? Like, how the fuck does he miss that?
Are we playing Europa League?
What the hell?
Big up Adrian in the chat. Yeah, he's saying chill out, but it's Arsenal. We want Arsenal to win, obviously. So we don't want to obviously drop points or lose.
Exactly. Like,
I can't believe
you say it's only a Europa League, but we've not won a European competition in ages.
That was his weaker foot, to be fair.
I don't care. He could have put that in with anything.
Sorry, he's got to score. Richard, he's got to score. Sorry.
He's a professional footballer.
He had time to have a cup of tea
and he's got a tap. It's a tap in. All he has to do is tap that and it's in. Yeah? And instead he moves it over the bar. What the fuck? Like, seriously, sell this fucking fraud. Yeah? Sell this fraud.
Don't you think they tried?
I wish they did.
To be fair, I missed a few chances like that with my right foot. Like,
I don't think anyone would take him if you gave him away free in a box of cornflake. To be honest with you, I'll give him that.
Then we'll give him away for free and put 200 quid on there.
They'd keep the 200 quid and just let him go in the wild.
No, probably.
Let's go and release him in the woods.
Well, yeah, I don't know.
We're starting off the second half in much more positive fashion. So
Yeah, we're on the front foot at least, Andrew, aren't we?
I think we're going to score. We're going to score in the next 10 minutes. I'm going to put.
Yeah,
very.
Second half, it was just that missed shot that pissed us off.
Horrific.
All right, class. Oh, for fuck's sake, Kolasinac!
I'll tell you who's looking much brighter this second half, and that's Ceballos already. I can tell. Yeah. He's had some good moments already this second half.
He's probably been told to get forward a bit more, hasn't he?
He's been really quite positive when he's got the ball. Oh, that was God's sake, he never beats the first man. What is wrong with him?
He's so frustrating to watch, isn't it? Like, he's just,
I've never...
Go on, come on, Kolasinac. That's it. Pepe? Oh, at least Pepe is trying to do something. It's not getting a lot of love in the chat, man. Can't blame him for missing that open chance, man. Fucking hell.
They've got a player with the number 99 on their shirt. That shouldn't be allowed. It really annoys me, that sort of thing.
So much he cost 99p in a sale.
Yeah, bargain bin.
He likes ice cream.
That's common.
That name as well, though. What a name he's got.
I can't even try and pronounce that. It's like
a nickname in Scrabble.
Exactly as you say. You just pulled a few tiles out of the Scrabble bag and just laid them out. And
wait, that was just a shoulder tap. And Dan Luiz has got a booking for that. Come on.
Unless he dug him in the ribs. Did he dig him in the ribs?
Yeah, he did, yeah.
Yeah, that's right, Colin.
Oh, yeah.
It's a bit soft for me, lads.
Well, I bet the geezer felt it.
He would have done, yeah. Yeah, that's a yellow card, that, I think.
I like seeing that.
That was a stupid yellow card as well.
It was stupid, but
no danger, nothing going on. What are you getting involved for? Now, you want to make a last-ditch effort for a tackle. You're struggling, aren't you? You're in two minds now.
Oh,
that's
good. Play the ball. That's it. Go on. Oh, Pepe, what is that? You wait, come on. What are you waiting for? Just shoot the ball when you get it. Don't.
Oh my God.
Don't on it. It's a great ball from Ceballos, but Pepe stalls and waits. Like, what are you doing?
Was it corner?
I'm like
corner, yeah.
So.
Oh dear.
No.
Swallowed that at the keeper, didn't he?
That was a good throw, Jesus.
Do you know what? I think we should sack this this set piece coach we've got. To be perfectly honest, since we've hired him, I don't think we've taken a decent corner.
No, we really haven't.
Or free kick. They're already wasting time, this team. Doing my head in.
They're playing for the draw. Like, they're not committing forward. They're not. We're just. I mean, they're just sitting in a deep block looking to hit us on the break. And if they can nick a lucky goal, they'll be cool with that. But if you offer them.
Points as us.
Yeah.
I think so.
Oh, no wonder. So we've got to beat this mob, didn't we, really?
Yeah, we should.
That Anthony, where we want to get to.
Oh, we will.
We'll beat this mob tonight. There's a chance we're top of the. You know, we are going to be top of the league. We are going to be top of the league.
Been a while since we've said that.
Yeah,
far too long.
Can anyone remember when we were last top of the Premier League?
Oh, fucking hell.
What in what parameter? Like for
just the first game this season.
Well, no, not. I mean, after we've played, say, at least 10 games, say, for example.
Oh, no, going way back then.
Yeah,
going way back. I mean,
about 2013, maybe.
No, I'll tell you when it was, right? And I'm sure this is right. I might have to double check it. I'm sure it was about this time, 2016.
Get in! Come on!
2016. Who did we play there? Richard, what was the idea? What was the?
Let's wait until after the goal.
We just had a run of games. We won about 5 or 6 in a row.
Oh, the 15-16 season, yeah.
16-17 season, I think it was the start of the 16-17 season.
Oh, there you go.
Another own goal. Another own goal.
Yeah.
Good play by Willock again.
Oh, that was good. That was what
I told you we'd score within the next 10 minutes, didn't I? And that was 55 minutes when I said that.
It's another own goal.
Yeah, but it's made again by Willock. Willock's made it again.
Willock's done absolutely brilliant.
Bad defending, though, wasn't it?
Yeah, but
he's. I mean,
he's bad defending. Come on.
Considering we
ever had 2 own goals in the game at the Emirates before?
I know.
I don't think so.
I don't care. I don't care who scores.
Again, Willock again. Trips up, keeps going.
He's done us well again. Willock in the box. We've got to keep playing the guy because he's always dangerous in the box. Really is. Yes, he's not perfect, but he's much better threat than any other midfielder we've got who can attack.
It's like I'm coming on for Willian. All right.
They can't time waste anymore, can they, old Molde?
No, they've got to come at us now.
Oh, they're going Moldy if they keep on.
Yeah, Cedric's coming on.
Who went off for Cedric? I just missed that.
Ainsley.
Mainsley went. Well, not Mainsley. Ainsley went off for fucking.
Saka.
Here's the thing, right? Tom, I blame you for this. You fucking. Oh God! I keep calling him.
What were you going to say earlier, Ryan? When Tom's put a tweet out or something, you didn't finish what you were saying.
Oh, it's basically. I'm trying to think now. Oh, basically, how did Kolasinac miss that chance? Basically.
Oh, right.
Something like that. I'll have a look in a sec.
Oh, it's all right.
I'm well beyond you lot now.
My stream keeps getting to the same point and stopping, and when I refresh it just keeps doing the same thing again. It just shows the goal a little bit afterwards, and then it stops.
Shows you the keeper.
Yeah. Then their manager.
That's
and
it.
And then you refresh it, and it goes back. Oh, I'm getting sick of this now.
It was up when Kolasinac missed that chance. It was old Kolasinac with the emoji of a palm on the face.
Yeah.
Yeah, Saka's also come on for Willian for anyone that's not been able to watch the game tonight. He's just come on as well. So we've got one sub left.
No, we can make 5 in this, can't we?
Yeah. Oh yeah, European competitions makes 5 subs. Yeah.
Willock's got to start at least being on the bench, isn't he, in the Premier League as well? He really has. He can't do much more than he's doing in these games. I know it's not obviously the best opposition in the world, but he's still showing that he's a threat from midfield.
Yeah.
Even if he comes on the last 20 or 30 minutes.
You've got to show up. You've got to show up today.
Keep stopping here, Richard.
Is yours working now?
No, keep stopping. Goes to where the manager is, and then that's it.
Oof. But Tahib said in the chat, Olivier Decourt was the or pronounce his name because he was French, I believe, was Leeds United's record sign of £7.4 million. How have times changed since then?
What's the relevance of that? Sorry, I mean, did I miss something?
I'm assuming he's talking about the way the football is now. Transfer is that was a big deal. That sort of a transfer fee was a huge price back then, compared to now, where it's like chips. You get chips for that sort of nowadays.
Yeah. I know, but what I mean,
I don't know why he brought it up, but he brought it up. I was just putting this.
That doesn't even get you like. I mean, you see clubs in the Championship spending more money than that.
I mean, he might be responding to someone else who's put a comment on us, I presume. I don't know.
I'll have looked back through, but I can't see anything. And that just popped up, so I thought, yeah.
Just a bit random, that's all.
Yeah.
Might as well start talking about tea bags or something. I don't know. It's got to be Yorkshire tea. Yeah. Not anything else.
And also,
any luck, Richard?
No, I found somewhere. I've gone on to Release Sky. That one was not working. It's miles behind this one now, but at least it's working. Another one. That one's not working at all. It's just absolutely died. Go on to Release Sky, Melvin. Go on to releasesky.com.
Thank you.
What? No.
Other streaming sites are available. Just got to say.
Other streams are available as well, but that one's working at the minute. So
that's what we're going to find out on Sunday.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
I mean, why didn't they just scrap the one on Sunday and just show it? I mean, why? That'll be the last one. Why did you stop it?
Because I think it's because it'll have been booked in and they can't, change it at the last minute like that. I think that's what that is.
Yeah, but
I don't agree with that. But that's probably a reason.
But the fact they've come back and they've announced this start this
week.
What
difference does it make? They've got the cameras there anyway, like the cameras are at every game. They've got a crew ready to in the studio, like analysis and all that kind of. They've got all that already. They don't have to charge people for it. They can say, no, we're not going to charge you for it.
I don't agree with that. I don't agree with it. They could just honestly, I'm with you. Like they don't need to charge people for it. I'm with you on that one. But the way that
thank you, Richard.
The way that Sky, BT and that operate, they operate differently. Do you know what I mean? I'm willing to bet, right, that the numbers that were manufactured, right, because I've seen an official report, right, that it was somewhere between the numbers for pay-per-view buys for games, right, was in the 10,000 mark, in the 10,000 margin, yeah. The thing about TV ratings, right, they are the most. Oh, I scored.
We have, or they have?
No, we have.
Oh, brilliant.
Saka did well there.
Again. Yeah, Pepe.
Fantastic.
Who's Saka come on for?
He never goes again.
Saka, Willian. For Willian.
Thank you.
He never goes again without either setting one up or scoring, Pepe, no matter what you say about it.
Oh.
Saka did well there, didn't he?
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Yeah, that was good from him. That really was good.
But yeah, good.
Saka sets Pepe up beautifully, and wow, that's an absolute banger. That's what
never goes without setting up or scoring a goal. Pepe, he always does.
And I'll say something else about Pepe. Isn't he better in the middle?
Yeah.
He's better when he's allowed to play. And when he gets the ball, give him the ball as much as possible.
He will score.
Just let him run.
I reckon if you put Pepe in the middle, right, in sort of like a free roaming role, kind of like a false nine or something like that, and you put Thomas Partey and El Neni behind him, where he's got midfielders that are mobile and can recycle the ball and give it to him as much as possible. I think Pepe would thrive with that. I really do.
I do as well. I've said it for quite a bit of time.
Well, everyone was saying he was shit the first half. I don't mind him.
On the wing. That's a different player.
After, come on, he was.
No, I would. I want Pepe in the team because he's the sort of player I want to watch week in, week out because he's exciting, and I want that in our team. And he always does something.
Good move. Oh well, keeper. He is exciting, Andrew, but he can be frustrating as well.
I don't find it frustrating. He is not being utilised properly. That's the thing, though. And I will continue banging that drum until people realise he's not getting. He's too restricted. He should be free to do what he wants to do, like as Primal Screen once said.
Yeah. The one thing I will say, right, I don't think playing right wing suits him. I think, like Melvin says, I think he's better suited to either a false 9 position or slightly deeper as a 10, because if you look at his stats for Lille, right, most of them goals came from when he was played down the middle. So maybe that's
that hurt. I felt that right on the chest. That was we felt that one, Cedric. He hasn't. Well done, Pepe. Keeper.
Oh, yes, I saw that. It was born in the chest. Got up though.
He was nearly out for the count, wasn't he?
A bit high. That would have been him not in the face, out for the count, as you said.
Yeah.
The comedy show continues on Saturday, lads.
11 Man United.
Don't miss it. Don't miss it. 30, we'll move, yeah.
Yeah, I've already decided I'm covering that over here just to make sure I don't miss anything, so we could all sort of everyone enjoy it. What's that?
Is that Man United fans still trying to wind us up in the comments by any chance, or is he just buggered off?
Well, they've all disappeared tonight. The last few days they haven't popped up, so touch wood.
Well, we had one early, didn't
we? Even if they did, they can't talk. They're a mess right now.
See, they're unlucky, United. That whenever they have a poor time, they can't spend any money. That's the problem with United.
Do you know what? Right? Now that I'm thinking about it, right, and this is the thing with Ole, it always happens, right? Just when you think he's about to get sacked, he gets a result. So it wouldn't surprise me. It wouldn't surprise me in the slightest if he beat Everton on Saturday. It wouldn't.
Be a good result if they do that, Colin.
I read something. I saw a headline and I didn't click on it to read the full story, but I saw a headline saying Ollie says he's got to beat Everton, otherwise he'll be sacked.
I can't believe a manager would say that.
I know. No. Well, I mean, it's probably one of those clickbait.
He knows he's untouchable at that football club. They can't sack him, right?
I bet he will.
I
don't want him sacked. I want Ollie in charge for the foreseeable future, because as long as he's in charge, United are going nowhere.
No manager is unsackable.
Well, you say that, but you know,
I think he'll go if they lose to Everton. I really do.
You say that, Andrew. They expect. I mean, they're favourites, Everton, aren't they?
They will be.
They've got a few players out at the moment, haven't they, Everton? They've got a really good starting 11. Ooh. And I said it at the beginning of the season.
Go on.
Come on.
Lucky Will.
What a touch by Willock, though. What a touch.
He's been brilliant.
I'll tell you what, that was quality. That was the way he took that down. But yeah, Everton have got a really good starting 11, but when they got some injuries, which they have recently, they've lost. They haven't got the depth of squad, so it depends who they've got fit on the weekend.
If James Rodriguez is fit for Everton on Saturday, then Everton are winning because James Rodriguez will tear United to pieces.
It's their midfield as well. They were missing. Who was it that was injured? Fred, was it? Not Fred. Alan. Sorry,
Alan.
I think he was good as well, and he was a big miss.
No. I think they had Alan, Delph, and Decore in midfield against Newcastle. It was James Rodriguez that was injured because he injured his balls.
Oh yeah, he had a bruised testicle. That's right.
Oh,
yeah. Well, I've never heard of an injury like that, but all right then.
They were missing Alan for at least a game. I know he was injured for a little while, but.
Oh dear, sorry. Going in the chat's asking how we just scored our last goal. Basically, some good build-up play. Got the ball to Saka in the wing. Yeah. He crosses all back into the box, and Pepe first time here.
Eddie's hold-up play. Saka bombing down the wing, and Pepe just roaming the D. Where he should
drilled it low, didn't he? From the touchline on the left-hand side, he drilled it back towards the penalty spot or the edge of the area, and Pepe just came in and hit it first time, left-footed into the corner. Sort of goal Pepe scores a lot of.
Yeah.
Typical Pepe goal, actually. Saka's just got box and all by the look of it.
Yeah. He looks like he's hobbling a little bit.
Yeah, I think he just injured himself when he fouled that guy. This is the risk of playing our important players in games like this.
Celtic pulled a goal back. It's now 3-1.
But to be fair, though, like, you know, injuries happen in football. You just have to take it with like a grain of salt and whatnot. Like for instance, Aubameyang could like tear his ACL in a game. Like that happens in football.
I hope you're touching wood. Seriously, I can't believe you.
I'm not like wanting that to happen. Fuck no. I love Aubameyang.
Touch wood straight away.
Yeah.
All right. Then.
Trust me, I've got wood. I've got wood as a base of my setup here. I've got wood in the frames. I've got wood around me. Whenever someone says something,
you should have a bloody rabbit's foot or something as well. You know, you say things like that. I'll tell you what, though, Willock is literally everywhere. He doesn't have to work hard as well. He's like right back into defence as well now. And I bet, you know, if we break, he's a really good, hard-working player as well.
Big up the Swansea fans. Fish who's just joined us in the chat. Hope you're okay. Keeping well. Oh dear.
All right.
Don't forget to smash that like button as well, Tristan.
Oh dear.
Oh God, don't.
It's so bloody frustrating, Pepe.
Sometimes he's frustrated 99% of the time, and he'll do one thing like that goal, and it's like all he's forgiven. Well, it isn't, I'm afraid.
Oh dear.
Oh, I love him.
To be fair, he's done quite well the second half.
To be fair, the whole team has sort of stepped up in the second half.
Yeah.
Barring one player, but we're not going to go there again because he missed an open goal.
Bios has had a really good second half. I know he's just done.
Oh, unlucky Eddie. That
was good. But not driving run by Ceballos again made it. He's had a good second half. He really has. And he stood in front of the player as well, stopping carrying on his running back, the player.
James Madison scored fourth goal for Leicester, 4-0 against Sporting Braga.
And Jack got off as well. Tierney coming on.
Good.
What was that? I missed that.
It's coming up. It's coming up. The bar's coming off as well.
Yeah, like I'm gonna pay 15 quid for West Ham Fulham. Yeah, all right then.
That's what I'm saying. That even the games they've been picking for box office, you think box office?
What? Like,
I'm
I'm not gonna pay 15 quid for Crystal Palace Leeds United. Fuck off.
That's what I was going to say earlier. When you pay the 15 quid, you don't even get half time.
Yes, he's in. Oh wait, is it? No, you might. Nah, he's offside. Fuck.
Sorry.
What's this on?
Sorry, Andrew, you were saying?
Yeah, when you pay the 15 quid, you don't get half-time analysis or full-time analysis or any of the interviews or anything.
No, it's literally game on, done, bang, okay, off go, bye.
What a lovely little touch. Did you see that little back heel initially? Pepe as well.
Yeah, very good.
It was a nice little touch, wasn't it?
Oh.
Really unlucky.
Saka.
I know he was offside there, right? And I love Saka, but he just missed a chance that was easier than Kolasinac, and no one mentioned it.
No, it was actually really poor. And he was
on his right foot.
He was literally looking across the
like 2 yards. He's missed from like 2 yards, hit the post. Yeah, he was offside. It wouldn't have counted, but even so, that's a terrible miss. I love Saka. Don't get me wrong, and I don't want to have a go at him for it.
It was dreadful.
Kolasinac got criticised for missing a chance that wasn't even as easy as that.
No, but the worst thing was that he knew he was standing so far offside because he was looking along the line when the ball came in, and he knew he was 2 yards offside. It was really bad play by him. Totally. Oh, bloody hell! Did you see that? What happened to Tierney then?
Yeah,
he got kicked. Looked like. Well, I want to see that again. He looked like he got kicked in the chest.
Why has he even brought Tierney on? He did it last week, didn't he?
No,
I always worry about Tierney getting injured because he does get injured a bit.
He just got sandwiched. That was all.
I always worry about him.
Yeah.
It's just a situation that we have to manage.
He's just not commanding enough for me. He's not commanding enough at all, Leno. He should take complete control over those situations. Just shout as loud as he can and just take control. And he doesn't.
Do you know what, Andrew? Yeah? Everything you're saying about Leno, right? Ever since I've seen him come back into the fold after he got injured, right? I've not been convinced once by him. And maybe that's down to him, just coming back and, getting his fitness right again. Maybe that's to do with it.
I don't think he's blaming that.
But at the same time, he has enough
skill there, Saka.
Missed another one.
Offside again. There. I think that was easier, Richard, because he had time there. The first one came in very quickly.
Yeah. Was he offside again though, or not? I think he's been given.
I don't think so.
Why can't he keep on side?
Yes, he would have been given offside. Yeah.
Yeah, he was offside. Yeah.
Yeah, he was offside.
That was a really, really poor attempt, though, wasn't it? Really poor. What's wrong with him today? It's not like him, is it?
No, he should have buried both of them. They'd both been disallowed, but he should have buried them both anyway.
Yeah, but the run, he knows he's offside both times. He's really lax in concentration. That's really
I don't know if he knew that second one, actually. I'm not sure if he knew that was offside.
Before the last action, he ran so far offside. If you see.
Oh, yeah. Excuse me.
And then he came back and he was offside again.
And he ran back, though, didn't he? He ran back and then, he was offside. Yeah. I don't think he thought he was the second time. I think he thought he'd run back on, I think, and he hadn't quite done it.
Yeah, to be fair, though, it was pretty good defending. I mean, they kept their line really well, but not very impressive tonight, Saka.
No.
He's only been on 10 minutes.
Oh, yeah, I mean, God,
you think he needs a rest, though? Like, the amount of games he's been playing, like, I actually think he's been running himself into the ground most weeks, and maybe he just like needs a break.
it's hard to come into a game towards the end and just immediately get up to speed. Anyway, you need to play yourself into the game a bit, don't you? So
yeah,
give him a break tonight.
I should be too harsh on Saka, to be honest with you. Because I mean, let's not forget this. This
scored then.
My eyes. Nah.
I mean, literally, Russ in the chat saying this is rolling back the years. Saka has gone to the Francis Jeffers school finishing.
Just a bit harsh.
I won't have a bad word said about Saka, Russ, right? Shut up.
No Francis Jeffers, actually, to be fair. The Francis Jeffers, he was quality, he was. In fact,
you mean the John Jensen school of finishing, didn't you?
Yeah, that's better. But no, honestly, Francis Jeffers, funnily enough, I think people have got bad memories when it comes to that because it's got this bad reputation of being absolutely shit for us. But he was ravaged by injury straight after.
He done his ankle in straight away, didn't he?
Yeah. He did actually score on his debut, didn't he? Am I right in saying that? I'm sure he did.
I think so. I can't remember now.
I'm sure he did.
He got sent off in his last game for us. I know that.
But his actual goals per game ratio for Arsenal was not too bad. But he was ravaged by injury, and he was never the same when he came back.
That's it.
Oh, Tony, come on.
But yeah, he was a quite promising player, wasn't he? To start off with.
A lot of players have been ruined by injuries at Arsenal. I mean, Diaby is the obvious one because, well, he looked quality when he came in, and then he just got unlucky with injuries, really. And Jack Wilshere is the other obvious one, really. So
Eduardo.
Yeah.
Eduardo,
You know what, Melvin, right? If Eduardo had stayed fit for that whole season, we would have won the league because
if you would have stayed fit for that game against Birmingham, we would have probably won the league.
Exactly. Like he was back then we were a good team. We didn't have like the best squad in the league, but in terms of overall performance, I would say that we overperformed that season, really.
Especially that dodgy keeper we had, Almunia.
Exactly. So there you go. That was some goal. Wow. Joe Willock.
Oh, wow.
Took it well.
What a goal.
You must see, he's not my cup of tea. He gives 100%. He's strong, he's fast. If he could finish that, if he could just...
Well, he's been involved in all the goals, hasn't he?
He's been outstanding again.
That was brilliant. That was actually amazing.
Oh, wow.
He's got a good attitude. You can't knock him for that either. Nice attitude. I like that in a player.
I love the kid.
As well. So
that's a good ball.
That's a good ball from Pepe.
Pepe's involved again in a goal.
Oh, dude, no, literally. Well, it's 4-1 now, game sort of over, but because he got man of the match. I think he got man of the match last week, Willock. So it's got to be back to back European man of the matches.
Yeah,
I know it's at home and against opposition we've got, but still,
this is why I've been backing it up. Backing him for so long, and people say, "Oh, he's not good enough at all." And
he's not a finished article, in my opinion.
No, but yes, he's raw. But this is what he's capable of, mate. This is what he's.
As I said,
you got to put up with
his attitude, or his the way he just tries so much. His effort, attitude, is strong. I must admit, he is strong. He doesn't get knocked off the ball too easy, does he?
If you notice, Melvin, as well. Right, Pepe's moments of magic in this game, they've all come from the middle.
Thank you very much.
So
you know what's going to happen. He won't be able to do his talk after the game, Arteta, because I think he's been told straight after the game he's got to oil his jacket.
You don't have to oil PDC.
Yeah, you're going to be on the phone after this.
I just hope he doesn't stand in a pool of water because of the static he must be creating with that. He could be in real danger with electrocution.
I'll play down there.
El Nini's an absolute beast, isn't he?
Yeah. He don't lose the tackle, does he?
Just unbelievable, isn't he?
It's actually mad considering he's still in this team because he was actually on the verge of being sold, and the way he's forced him back into this team, you can't help but admire it, really.
Nice, Terry. Well done.
Sorry, Andrew.
Oh, he should have scored again.
That was Eddie. That's Eddie. Hurt himself. Nice reverse ball. Nice cross.
Good, but Eddie is again showing how much more dangerous he is than Lacazette today, don't you think?
Yeah.
He's getting into the positions, isn't he?
Yeah,
he ain't messing around on the halfway line.
That's what he's about, isn't it? He's a goal scorer, goal poacher, and that's what Lacazette isn't. Not that sort of player, is he? So that's why he's in the right positions, isn't he? Although he hasn't scored tonight when he maybe could have done.
Oh, bloody hell.
2 minutes. Eddie's now.
That Rich, is that when he does get in positions, he's not clinical enough for me. Like with Eddie, like he's done well tonight because like his hold-up play has been one of the reasons why we're playing so well. But with Lacazette, I expect more of him than I do Eddie, if that makes any sense. Because of the price tag.
Yeah.
Exactly. Eddie came through the youth system, so I don't expect him to score as many goals as I expect of Lacazette, because let's face it, at the end of the day, he did cost 50 million quid.
He will always score more goals than Lacazette. I will, again, always stand by that. I firmly believe that. He's a better goal scorer and poacher than Lacazette, I think.
Yeah, he's a better goal poacher, yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he don't give away as many fouls.
I'll tell you what, though, as well. I don't know whether I said this on your show, Rich, but he's really don't take no shit either, Eddie.
There you go.
He's a lot stronger than he used to be.
Brilliant. Check at the start, but
well done. Good win. Can't
ask any more than that.
No.
Good win.
That's what we're 9 out of 9. Just beating the local people that are nearest to us. We take that every day.
Yeah.
Well, delighted for Willock. Delighted for Pepe.
Even though they actually scored more goals than us.
Yeah.
Not tonight, they didn't.
They did. They put a wrong goal.
They scored 3, we only scored 2, so they actually scored more goals than us.
When you think about it, though, how close was Willock to actually having a hat-trick?
Really?
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
To be fair though, like Willock's the one that forced them to make the mistakes that got them to score own goals in the first place. So I think Willock deserves credit for that as well.
Mm.
He could have had both of those own goals where it could have been his.
Yeah.
Very, very small margins for them being his goals. Both of the own goals, weren't they?
Well, no, the second own goal, it was a cross. If the defender hadn't touched it, Nketiah would have scored a tap in.
Yeah, he would have scored.
He wasn't going in. He was unlucky with the first one. It just happened that the other guy got there first.
And I was just going to say, though, but a couple of degrees slightly more towards the goal, it would have gone straight in, wouldn't it, rather than across the face. He could have quite easily have been his goal. But, yeah, he did a really good game again.
Yeah, he played well again. Yeah, I liked his performance there. Really good, impressive. And like you said, for the second Europa League game in a row, he's probably man of the match, isn't he?
Yeah, definitely.
Certainly, again. Now, will this mean last weekend he played man of the match on the Thursday, didn't even get in the squad to make the bench on the Sunday. Will he get in the squad and make the bench this Sunday? That's the next question, isn't it?
I really hope so. Really hope so.
Has to, sure.
Well, yeah. I mean, I was surprised he never got at least on the bench. Well, on the bench against Man U, I didn't expect him to start. I don't expect him to start Sunday, if I'm honest, but I do expect him to be on the bench.
Yeah. It's like Mark says in the chat, 9 points out of 9, can't complain about that. And then Gary Farr saying good results, a lot of good and a lot of bad. And 11 didn't work, but more talented, so that helped.
I think that the one good thing about having Willock on at least on the bench on the weekend is that he's got the international break there.
Yeah.
So he's got a good 2 weeks off. So there's no reason why he should be rested on Sunday.
I think he should definitely be in the squad. I don't think there's any doubt he should be in the squad. He deserves to be in the squad now. That's two good performances. Yes, okay, the opposition, although I thought actually Molde were not a bad side, actually, overall. They were certainly better than Dundalk. So, again, that's two performances in a row he's put in, and that's starting to get a consistent run of form. So he needs the opportunity to play in the Premier League now, even if it's coming off the bench, because I feel he deserves it, because that was another good performance, and he's starting to get where we want him to be, or where we kind of hope he's going to get to. He's still got a lot to improve, but he's certainly got something, like I think it was mentioned before, I think Andrew might have said it, he's got something that none of our other midfielders seem to have, and that's the ability to get in behind the defence, get on the end of things, create chances and score goals, and he can do that. He scored about 5 or 6 last season in the Cups. He's got 2 goals now this season already, and he's not really played that much. So, yeah, I think he deserves a chance. Is he going to break up the Partey El Neni partnership that's suddenly looks as though it's going to be the main? Probably not, but he's definitely a player that you can bring off the bench if you need a goal or you need something a bit different, and he can provide it. So he certainly should be in the squad a lot more now, and he can work his way in if he can, because he deserves it. I think he's had 2 good performances now.
Well, he's got a lot of energy. The kid's got a lot of energy, which I like, and he must be very difficult to play against because he hasn't got a type of, I would call, definite style. He goes everywhere. You can't say keep him over there because he's as I say, he's very, very difficult to put him in any peg, and I think that's a very great advantage that he's got.
When you're trying to beat a low block, he is exactly the sort of play you need.
Yeah,
absolutely perfect.
Yeah, no, definitely no. Totally agree. Yeah, totally agree. He is, and that's what I mean. And that's why he's something that we don't have. We haven't got anybody else really that can do that. No. And he's the only one that we've got. So he needs to be in the squad because he can provide, especially in home games where teams do come to sit deep and try to catch us on the break, and we struggle to break them down. We have at home this season, really, in the league, certainly. And he's maybe that player who can give us a little bit extra in certain games that we might need it. And, that's why he should at least be on the bench. But I wouldn't be surprised again if he leaves him out because I don't know what's going on, to be honest. But fantastic he was tonight again. So well played.
Willock again. Get it. Well, I mean, all right, Villa are shipping goals left and right for the time being, but they'll do, they'll go low block against us, right? Because what they won't want to do is overcommit because of the pace of our attack. And when that happens, and it's like, it could be 0-0 heading into halftime as well. Like, Joe Willock's a good option to bring off, and that's what I like about this squad. There's a lot of options now. Because here's the thing. El Neni and Partey might be our starting midfield for now, but that might not always work. We might have to switch it up every now and again, like just to break a team down. And if Pepe can do what he did tonight on a more consistent basis, I've got no issue with him being in the team whatsoever. It's just about being consistent.
He is, though. You're not giving him enough credit. He like I said, he makes an assist or a goal in every game. Have a look back. When was the last time he didn't do that? I think he's done it in every game he's played. Honestly, if you check it, he always makes an assist or always scores. The last few games he's played. Can you remember the last time he didn't? He didn't do anything.
Well, it's not he didn't.
Yeah, exactly.
Honestly, have a look. He will have
done.
What
I think it is, right? I just think he's being played out of position. That's what it is.
He is. He's not a bad player at all.
If you look at where his magic came tonight, most of it came through the middle, where, in my eyes, he should be playing anyway, because that goal tonight, he passed on and then came through the middle and then bang. And that assist, again, through the middle. So
it keeps doing it, and it keeps getting noticed. He's going to get that role. He's got to get that role where he can just be free on the right, inside right forward, but just let him be free and just create havoc. That's all he needs to do. Everyone needs to be told, get the ball to Pepe, because he will either assist Aubameyang or he will score. I'm telling you now. But he's got to be fed the ball at every opportunity and just let him go. And he's going to make some mistakes. He's going to overrun the ball. He's going to lose it every now and then. But 2 or 3 times a game, which is all it takes, he will create something special, really special. Honestly, he's going to be frustrated and he will never change. But I love players like that.
Against Villa, I would.
Right in a minute, gentlemen.
I would start him against Villa, right? Because, I mean, all right, Willian did well against Man United last weekend, right? But Villa aren't Man United, right? With Man United, right, the onus was on them to come at us, right? Because we were the away team, they were the home team, right? With Villa, they're not going to do that. So we need a bit of magic to kind of break them down. And who's perfect for that? Pepe.
He offers so much more than Willian.
I would start him ahead of Willian on Sunday. I would. Because, don't get me wrong, I like Willian. I like his work rate. But Pepe, for me, has a higher ceiling. And if we play him in his correct position through the middle, I've got no doubt that he will do well against Aston Villa. It's all about getting that. It's all about getting that consistent run and keeping that momentum going. Because in the last 2 Europa League games, he scored 2 goals and he's got 1 assist. If he can continue that in the Premier League, we've got one hell of a player on our hands. I mean, we've got to use him properly. We've spent 72 million on this guy.
He would. I bet if you stood him alone, spoke to him and said, "Where would you want to play?" He wouldn't say down the middle. He would just say on the right, but not like touching the line. Just have that side of the pitch basically free to himself. That is what he will say he wants, because he can do all sorts. He can go around the outside and cross it in, or he can just cut inside and sort of hit it with his left. But he will always do something. He will, because he started at the end of last season, if you remember, we had a really good finish to the season. He was like linking up with Aubameyang beautifully. Several times a match, several times each game.
He's shown what he can do. Like, for instance, I mean, I still remember the cup final where he absolutely ran the show. He's tore Chelsea a new one in that game.
Do you remember that goal he scored that was ruled out? It would have been the best FA Cup final goal of all time.
Wrongly ruled out, in my opinion, but you know, to each their own. But again, it's like he has moments of brilliance. It's all about that consistency, and I don't mean in terms of him. I mean in terms of getting our running games. And I think Arteta, I don't know what the situation is with Pepe, but what I do know is Arteta knows what these lads are doing in training more than us, and I think he'll slowly start to come round to the idea that he's going to need players like Pepe if he wants to be successful. Because as much as you know, it's all right having players like Willian in the big games where you know they're going to do a job for you. You need players like Pepe if you're going to achieve anything league-wise. Because you look at all the good teams, they have players like Pepe, just a little bit of magic, and that decides games. Like, you look at Liverpool, all it takes for them is a little bit of magic from Salah, Mane, or Jota now for them to turn it on. And we have that in Pepe. We just have to use him.
He's a lethal finisher. You can see that. He absolutely clinical when he gets an opportunity.
Yeah.
Pepe, it's just he needs to be given the ball and not. You don't spend 72 million quid on a glorified defender, and you don't want him tracking back and defending. You want him to be pressing from the front, yes, but you want him to be scoring goals and creating chances. It just really annoys me when people say, "Oh, he doesn't work hard enough, doesn't track back, blah blah blah." We don't spend 72 million quid on someone who is a defender in that area of the pitch. You want him closing down, trying to win the ball back. But when the ball goes past him, like I've said this several times, you don't want him running back into his own half. You want him to stay where he's going to be dangerous and can hit it on the break.
The thing is, like, with that, I feel if you give him a base to work with, like, for instance, if you put Partey and El Neni behind him, because if you notice with Pepe, right, he's having to worry about what's behind him, and what's behind him usually is Bellerin, but Bellerin likes to get forward also. So I don't think Bellerin suits him as a right-back partner. What I do think is if we played Maitland-Niles in that position, like we did tonight, you know, he could thrive. And you know what? Maitland-Niles has proven that he can play well behind Pepe. In fact, he proved it last season. I remember a game against Southampton last year, right, where Maitland-Niles and Pepe were linking up beautifully. And it was some of the best football that I seen last season under Arteta. It was. So really, we just have to get to that point again. Like, people are saying that Bellerin's. I've heard some ridiculous statements that Pepe is apparently, that Bellerin's apparently the most improved right back in the league. Based on what?
He's just got back to his old self. He was always a really good right back. I think he's been really good the last few games, but he's showing that he's over his injury pretty much. I think. But when he said Pepe worries about what's behind him, he shouldn't. He should care about that. That's what I'm on about. You need to support him and let him do what he does. And
I know he shouldn't have to be. I know he shouldn't have to worry about that, Drew. But like we all know, the people behind him, Partey and El Neni aside, and Gabriel, Luiz, and whatnot, right? Let's be honest. Most of what's behind him is sheer incompetence.
Yeah, what I mean is not because of the quality of the players or whatever, but Pepe shouldn't have the concern at all in his mind about who's behind him, because he should be just concentrating on getting the ball and attacking the opposition. He shouldn't worry about having to be a defender. Like I said, that's what I think anyway.
Sorry, one sec.
Russ comparing Eddie Nketiah to Andy Cole. Seriously, Russ, wash your mouth out. Yeah, Eddie was nowhere near the level that Eddie's nowhere near Andy Cole's level. All right, so wash your mouth out.
He could be in the future. He's only young. Don't forget, he's only young. Yeah. I used to watch Andy Cole in the reserves every week, and I remember watching him and thinking he's going to play for England one day. That he was lethal. And
that's not a dig at Nketiah, by the way. That's
no, I know, but he's got the potential to be more like an Ian Wright than an Andy Cole. But I think he could be a very, very good goal scorer. Honestly, he's obviously very young and he just hasn't.
Like that's the thing. This hold-up play tonight was just like. I mean, you look at Pepe's. I think it was Pepe's first goal. Like, all that started from Eddie's hold-up play. So
his movement in the box is something you just can't teach. You can't teach that to a player. You either got it or you haven't, and he's got it naturally. That's why I've got so much confidence in him. He will come good. Hopefully it'll be with us, but if not, it'll be somewhere else. He will be a very, very good goal scorer, and I wouldn't be surprised if he plays for England one day. He's obviously the top scorer for the under-21s now in history, and he's been absolutely outstanding for the England under-21s, isn't he? But look, they're just showing some highlights now as well for Willock and Nketiah. Nketiah didn't score, but he's had a very good game again today, I think.
Exactly. His hold-up play was excellent. Really was.
I literally can't get my breath about that.
So what do we need? 3 more. What do we need? 4 more points to be top.
Well, the way things have gone, I think it's depending on what happens in the next game between Dundalk and Rapid Vienna in the next game. It could be either a point or 3 points, and that'll be it, qualifying wise. Because that'd be 12 points out of 12. And
I reckon if we beat Vienna at home, then probably
the next one. Is the next one this team away, isn't it?
Yeah, Molde away.
Yeah.
I reckon if we win, probably away.
Richard, what about your thoughts of the game?
Yeah, I mean, I thought we were slow getting going. The first half wasn't great. We went behind, obviously, with a really sloppy goal, and then credit to us, really, we turned it around well, didn't we? We had a goal disallowed a bit harshly. We then got the equaliser just before half time, and I think that changed the game, really. Second half, we were a lot better. We passed the ball better. Tobias got further up the pitch, and in the end, we got the goals. I mean, another own goal, a bit fortunate maybe to get 2 own goals in one game, but we created the opportunity. Someone would have scored if the own goal hadn't come, wouldn't it? We had a player ready to tap them in. So, yeah, I mean, it was okay. I'm still not 100% convinced about the way we're playing necessarily overall, especially at home. But again, we've won 4-1. We can't complain. I think Molde actually were decent enough side. They passed the ball quite well. They were certainly better than Dundalk last week, and we ended up scoring more goals against them. So we've got to be pleased with it. And it is what it is. 3 wins out of 3 in the group. We've pretty much qualified, haven't we? Let's be honest. We're going to get enough points in the next 3 games to win the group, I would imagine, and go through. And then that'll be that out of the way. And then we can obviously plan for the knockout stage, where I think this year Arteta is really going to go for that after what happened last year against Olympiacos. So, but it's good that we've got the 3 wins. I say again, it was a bit of a bitty performance, a bit like last week, really. You know, it's good and bad, and it's good in places. We look good, played some good stuff at times, passed the ball well, you know, created some good chances, got the goals, and that was good. A few other times we maybe didn't look quite so good, but I guess it is still what it is. We are a work in progress, aren't we? And a lot of younger players in the team tonight as well. A few different players who haven't been playing as regular. I don't know if that made a difference, but I mean, it was good, but you can still see that we're still off of where we all want us to be, aren't we? We're still a little bit short at the moment, but we are still progressing, and that's the main thing. And, you know, we've 3 wins out of 3 in the group. Brilliant. If we can get a win on Sunday now, go into the international break on the back of 4 wins in a row in all competitions, and that'll be great, won't it? And then it's something to come back into. We've got a tough game, haven't we, after the break? So I think Sunday's now really important. Be interesting to see his team line up, because he shocked us all a bit tonight again. So let's see on Sunday. Hopefully he puts out a good team similar to last Sunday, and then, you know, maybe I say Willock should be in the squad definitely, and then hopefully we can win Sunday, and then we'll be in a good place going into the break, won't we? You know, and it's still a little bit frustrating at times the way we're playing. It's not flowing as it needs to flow always, but we're getting the job done, and we got it done again tonight, and it's a good result, isn't it? And a decent scoreline. So we've got to be happy, I think, overall. Really, we can complain too much. I know we like to complain a little bit sometimes, but you know, I thought it was what we needed, wasn't it? We got it done, and that's what we needed to do. And, you know, we need to be happy, move on to Sunday, and hopefully get a similar result Sunday. Would be great.
I think with a second string side winning 4-1, I think we're the only set of fans in the world that would moan about winning 4-1. I mean, the team we had out today, I think it was against a half decent team. It was a pretty good result. And I think if we had our first team out, put it this way, I think if we genuinely had our first 11 out, strongest 11, we'd have got 7 or 8 tonight, I reckon, quite easily.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So I think
I'm tired of the disrespect that Arteta gets, to be honest with you, because if it's from rival fans, I can take that, right, because it's banter and whatnot. But it's from our own fans. That's what pisses me off. Like, we're the only set of fans in the world that will complain about a 4-1 win, right? They'll say stuff like, oh, the scoreline flattered us, oh, this and that. Doesn't matter. We still won 4-1, right? And with the team selections that Mikel Arteta has put out, right, most of the fan base generally goes into meltdown when the team gets announced for whatever reason, right? I get the point about the style of football not being there yet, but at the moment we're a team that's growing, right? Results are the most important thing right now. The football will come. The good football will come eventually, but right now we're building from a base. We've got Gabriel at the centre back position now. We've got Thomas Partey partnering up with El Neni, right? So we've got a good base to build off of. If we can just keep ticking along, get results here and there, and if we end up in the top 4 by the end of the season, which could happen given how open the Premier League is this year, and we get money to buy players in certain positions, we'll improve year on year. It's that simple. The good football will come. I'm not worried about that at the moment. I'm not. Because right now, we're in a situation where Mikel's having to basically undo what happened towards the end of Wenger's tenure, what happened in Emery's tenure. Because what I've noticed, right, no one points out how awful we were under Unai Emery. They just say, oh, but Eddie, they just say, oh, but Mikel is playing similar football to what Unai Emery played. That's because we don't have the players to play an attractive style of play. You look at the players we've got, right? Name me one player, right, in central midfield that is that creative source, apart from Joe Willock.
Oh, dear.
You can't, can you?
No, at the moment, no.
So right now, it's about results. We get results, we get in the top 4, and then we go again. Simple.
Yeah, but that's exactly right. And I'm not complaining about the result. Or I just feel as though we've got to start producing in the Premier League. If we're going to get in the top 4, we're going to have to start playing better, because we won't get in the top 4 if we don't play better. It's all very well, beating Molde, beating Dundalk quite comfortably in the end, which is fine, and that's great. And it's good to see some of these other players play. But we need to start producing better performances in the Premier League over 8, 9, 10 games, because if we can do that, we've got a great chance of finishing in the top 4, because it's so open. But the way we've been playing in the Premier League, yes, the Man United game was brilliant and we all enjoyed that. We've got to follow that up now on Sunday with a good performance and a victory. We've got to. If we don't beat Aston Villa on Sunday, then it doesn't quite, but it almost makes the Man United result pointless. We've got to follow that up now. We lost the previous 2 league games. That's a great result, and we've got to win on Sunday. Yes, this is a great result for us. Last Thursday was a great result, and we're ticking over nicely in the Europa League, which is where we want to be doing. But if we're going to get top 4 in the league, we have got to start playing better consistently well in the Premier League, which we haven't done yet this season. We've had a couple of decent performances, a couple of poor performances, and a couple of okay performances. We need to start getting more good, steady performances in the Premier League. And if we can do that now, this could be the start, because we've had 3 wins in a row now, which is great. And if we can win Sunday, that's 4 wins in a row. That can start to build a bit of momentum. And then hopefully we come back after the break and we haven't got any injuries or no one's got a quarantine or whatever else crap happens with international breaks. And then we can push on from there and go off on a good run. Because if we do that, then that's what we need to do. But at the moment, it's like, I'm not going to get too excited about beating lower opposition than we have done in the last 2 weeks. And even Man United, they're not great, are they? We beat them, which is great, but they're not a great side. Villa are doing okay.
This is where we part ways here, right? Because listen, Man United might not be great at the moment, right? But here's the thing: we have not beaten Manchester United at Old Trafford since 2006, prior to the weekend. All right,
exactly, yeah.
And I know. Listen, I'm under no illusion that Manchester United are garbage right now. But let's be honest, right? Manchester United, even when they've been playing awful football, we still couldn't beat them in the previous years. Seriously. Like,
no, we couldn't. I still think this is the worst.
We didn't get one win at Manchester United at Old Trafford. We didn't beat Manchester United once under Unai Emery at Old Trafford. Not
and he
once.
played them once, didn't he? Old Trafford.
Yeah, once he got 2-2 draw.
And we should have won then.
We should have won then, yeah. They scored straight after we scored, didn't
they? There was the 1-1. The 1-1, the season he got sacked. And I remember watching that game with Ryan.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, it was twice he did, because it was 2-2 the season before Emery's first full season, and then it was 1-1 last season, wasn't it? In the early part.
And thinking, fucking hell, this manager ain't the one. I just remember watching that game thinking, can it just end now? Like, watching the weekend, I've never been more. Do you know what I would say? That was our best away performance at a top 6 side since Manchester City away in 2015. That's what I would say.
It's a result thanks to top 6 side since Man City away, so it runs level. I just got to say that I think that what we're forgetting, I don't think Arteta, even though he's been manager for 9 months or whatever it is, I don't think he really knows his best 11. I really don't. So he's learning on the job as we go along, as they say. Bloody fireworks. I think that, if we can beat Aston Villa, is a very big game on Sunday. It's all about confidence. And if we turn up at the Emirates and don't beat another team for the 3rd game running, all of a sudden, that'd be nagging in the back of our head. So I think it's very, very important. No excuses. I don't care about the ref. I don't care about offsides. I don't care about this, that, or the other. Being unlucky. We have got to beat Aston Villa on Sunday to make us a reasonable side. And if we don't, we've got to wipe our mouths, walk away and go, right, all right then, we're building this year. We're getting to, he's got to learn his best 11, Arteta. He probably's got an idea, but I still don't think he does know his best 11. So going forward, I'm quite happy that he will get better, Arteta, because he knows his players. Come January, get rid of some more rubbish, hopefully. I don't know if we're going to bring anyone in. I'm not that sure if we will. But tonight's game and Sunday's game is chalk and cheese. They've got nothing to do with each other as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah, I agree.
But I'm happy where we are, considering where we could have been. When we made those signings, when we got beat 8-2 Man United, thank God we did buy Arteta, because he wouldn't be a manager now if we didn't. It's all about fate as well, football sometimes.
Yeah. Plus, in football, timing's everything. Because I look at certain managers in this league, right, and I think outside of, all right, let's dissect, Frank Lampard getting the Chelsea job, right? Let's be real here. He failed at Derby. He failed at Derby. Yet he gets the Chelsea job. Why? Because he's a legend at Chelsea. Now, is Mikel Arteta an Arsenal legend? In my eyes, no. Because there's other players at this football club that have done more for Arsenal than Mikel Arteta on the pitch. But as we've seen, good players don't make good managers sometimes.
You see, this is the thing, Colin. You've got to remember that just whether he's a legend or not is irrelevant. Man City took him at the number 2, so they must have seen something.
Exactly.
Right? It wasn't a man. He wasn't even kick a ball for Man City.
Pep Guardiola's coaches of all
somebody at Man City saw something and goes, you know what? He's got to be the number 2.
It was Pep, wasn't it? He knew Pep.
It might be Pep. Richard, I don't know who it was. You're telling me it's Pep, fine. But at the end of the day,
you know this guy's a real deal because Pep does not. Pep's the kind of guy that doesn't have an incompetent idiot next to him. Like Pep knows football. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. So it's nothing to do with who he played for, Arteta, or he was good on the pitch or not good on the pitch, because he wasn't the best on the pitch. He was a decent player, Arteta. Let's be fair.
He wasn't player, right? But not a legend, right?
I quite liked Arteta. I thought he was good, yeah.
Yeah, it was all right. Nothing wrong with him, Richard. But it wasn't like, it wouldn't get you off your seat and you wouldn't say, bloody hell, Arteta's not playing today. I'm so upset, would you? But he was an honest, huge player with a terrific football brain.
Yeah, exactly. And he's now
some of our legends in the past as well, right? Sol Campbell, loved him as a player and a legend, and he'll forever be a legend just because he moved from us from that lot. But he wasn't a great manager, let's face it. Patrick Vieira, same thing. I mean, you look at what Nice are doing; they're not great. Like the style.
In that league, Colin, you've got to be something special to be a manager and need some net win something. You've got to be like godlike. Let's face it.
Yeah, I suppose. But I mean, well, even then, like he managed New York as well. So, you know, all right, maybe Vieira is a bad example, but well, actually, you look at Solskjaer from Man United. He was a legend.
He should only manage Solskjaer. He should only manage the last 25 minutes of a game.
Look, Solskjaer is a legend for Man United. Any United fans agree with that.
He will be brilliant. You know what, Colin? The England World Cup team of 1966, I don't think any of those made good managers, you know, and there's some fabulous footballers in that team.
Exactly.
Only Jack Charlton, I think, was my best manager out of the lot.
Yeah, you look at for example, yeah, Steve Bold, who manages the under 23s, right? He's terrible as a manager. Like I've watched some of the under 23 games this season. Honest to God, some of the football I'm watching from a Steve Bold side, honest to God, it makes me want to go fall asleep. Like when you look at some managers, you just think, how did they get their coaching badges? Like John Carver, that's another one that winds me up. How did he get the Newcastle job of all places? How?
Can't you? There's quite a few managers going on back in the years. I'll tell you what you ought to watch. I spoke to Ryan before about it. There's a few Brian Clough stories going about on YouTube. They are so funny. They are hilarious from the players.
Clough for me, I just loved him. I thought he was fantastic. Not only a great manager, but personality as well. Just he should have been a manager, shouldn't he, for like 10 years or whatever.
About that. He was never going to be though, was he?
They'd never have put a chance on him. But what a great England manager he would have been, because what he did with Nottingham Forest and players that wasn't top level players, but he got them.
They were legs 11, weren't they, Richard? They were legs 11 players.
Yeah, exactly. And I mean, he was just an absolute legend, Brian Clough. I mean, if we could find a manager half as good as him now to manage England, we'd have a chance with the players.
We're very lucky to do that. Do you think he's got as much personality as Southgate? I'm not sure.
Well,
We'll do a ballot, shall we? We'll put a ballot out tomorrow, see what people think. Poll out, yeah.
I'll put a poll up on the end of the stream. I'll do that.
I mean, to be fair, you did have a manager with personality in Sam Allardyce until he got caught doing bad things, you know.
Yeah,
Well, the manager at Leyton Orient, I think Orient had two managers at the same time a few years ago, and they had the cameras in one of their games, and all he did was swear and nearly have a fight with one of the players. He got sacked shortly after. It was amazing. You're thinking, what are you doing this for? You're showing you could doing nothing but swearing. What are you trying to do? Who are you trying to prove? It was like car crash television. So there we go. All right. No. Looking forward to Sunday.
Exactly. We all ready? We all free for that?
I've got to have a little fitness test about half hour before the game, Ryan. Is that right?
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah.
Fitness test.
We all need to have
a bit of a strain this game. I've got a bit of a strain this game, so I'll let you know.
Get the water breaks in, get the injections ready.
Thanks again for having us on. Really enjoyed it. Nice little team. And I'll see you soon, yeah?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Where can you find you, Melvin?
Mate. All the best, Richard. See you. Bye.
Bye. Where can people find you then, Richard? That's just like wrapping things up.
Yeah, obviously my channel over and over and over again. I will be doing a review of this game tomorrow. That will go up on the channel. Also today I did record a show with an Aston Villa fan ahead of Sunday's game. I'll be putting that out probably Sunday morning ahead of the game. But it was really good, actually. Great lad. His name's Joe. He was on the Aston Villa fan. So that's a really good show. That is. I'll say that I'll put it out on Sunday. I'll have my own review of the Villa game as well. Probably Saturday that will come out as well. So lots coming up on the channel. So it's over and over and over again. There's always links on my Twitter, which is @GoonerRichB. And there's a Facebook page for over and over and over again as well. So yeah, if you want to pop over to my channel at some point, give it a like and a subscribe would be much appreciated. I do quite a lot of stuff on the history of Arsenal as well, not just current stuff. For example, the Aston Villa preview I'm doing, looking at some previous matches against Villa and that kind of stuff. I tend to do a lot of things like that as well. And I did one today. There's a video on today about Tony Adams' debut, which was on this day actually in 1983. So the anniversary of his debut for Arsenal. So I did a video on that, which went out this morning on the channel. So that's sort of stuff I do as well, you know, not just current stuff. I also look at some history of the club as well, because it's quite important. I think it's important anyway to, you know, we don't forget where we've come from as a club as well, and some great memories that we've all got as well, probably from years gone by. And you know, because it's what it's all about, isn't it? You know, we wouldn't be where we are now as a club if it wasn't for sometimes some of the bad times that we've gone through. And you know, yeah, we have a little bit of a moan sometimes still, but ultimately, I think we all need to understand that where the club are at this moment in time, it's probably in a lot better place than it was maybe 25, 30 years ago, isn't it? You know, with the progress that football's made, we've progressed with it. And we're lucky, really, that we're where we are and we're the club that we are. And a lot of that's to do with what went on previously in years gone by, you know, looking back to George Graham and even beyond that, you know, back to the 1930s, really, where it all started for us as being a club that we are. So, you know, I just like to embrace all that, really. And, you know, I'll have a moan sometimes, but, you know, it's what it is, isn't it? We can't be happy all the time, can we? Otherwise, where would we be? But we've won tonight. I'm happy about that. So, but yeah, I'll do a full review of the game tomorrow on my channel over and over again. So if you want to nip over there, I'll put it out probably tomorrow morning, lunchtime or something. I'll probably go on. So that'll be that. So yeah, thanks for having me on again. I've enjoyed it. It's always it's nice when we win. Oh, yeah. Hopefully we can win again on Sunday, because then that'll make it a good week. Well, a good couple of weeks, actually.
A couple of weeks, yeah. Especially going into the international break as well, get that momentum going.
Yeah, I think that's important now, isn't it? I mean, if we don't beat Aston Villa on Sunday, it's almost, I'll feel a little bit as though it's an opportunity missed, because we're at home to a team that, yes, they're above us in the league at the moment, but they're a team we should realistically be able to beat, and it's an opportunity.
And they're starting to leak goals as well.
Yeah, they are. The last two games they have, yeah, but then their goalie's not very good, is he? So that's probably why.
Careful now. You might upset Russell in the chat.
Yeah, I know Russell like that. Yeah, if he's still around. But no, I mean, you know, for me, it's an opportunity on Sunday to keep this momentum going. And if we don't win on Sunday, it is a a missed opportunity, I think it is, and hopefully we won't. I'm confident that we'll win if we play anywhere like we did last Sunday and in bits and pieces that we did tonight as well, which we did play some good stuff at times. Second half was good at times, wasn't it? We knocked the ball around well, created some chances. So if we get our act together Sunday, I think we'll win, and then we can go into the international break in a good frame of mind and come back hopefully for the. It's going to be a tough game at Leeds as well, isn't it? There's no easy game. Let's be honest, there isn't an easy game. We just got to, try to get a bit of momentum going, a bit of form built up in the league as well, and we'll be right. So it's gonna. I think the next from this international break up until Christmas, there's a long run of games, a lot of games, and I think that's really a tough games we've got in there. Tottenham away, and God knows what else. Wolves at home, some tough games. We'll know by the time we get to Christmas, we'll have a real good idea about where we are at this moment in time, and are we making the progress that we want to make, which is to get to the top four, or is it going to maybe take our tail a little bit longer? And we'll know by Christmas, won't we? I think, or before Christmas, really, exactly where we are, where this season is at the moment. I'm not, to be honest, I don't really know. We've put in some good performances, some poor performances, and some okay performances. So we'll know over the next 10, 15 games, won't we, where we are, I think, how many more good performances we get. And if we get quite a few, then we'll be in the right direction and we can all think, this is going well. If not, then we'll have to think to ourselves, maybe it's going to take another transfer window or two a little bit longer. And then we'll go from there.
Well, exactly as you said, after international break, we've got a tough run of fixtures, not just the Leeds.
Yeah, it's tough, the
Leeds game and all, but then literally December hits. We've got literally the Christmas, the festive period to sort of throw into the equation. Plus, you've got 3 more Europa League games to play. A League Cup quarter-final against Man City, and amongst all that as well.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
Games will come quick, thick and fast, and then literally just as the new year comes, you've got the FA Cup third round as well.
Yeah, this is where the squad is going to really, really come onto its own, isn't it? And any team with a good squad, we look like we've got a decent squad. I mean, today was almost a second 11, wasn't it? If you look at it, what's from the team that played at Man United to this team, it's almost a second 11. And so we've got a little bit of strength in depth through the squad. Yes, there's a couple of players that are weak links. We know who they are. We could see that tonight as well. But hopefully we won't need them all at the same time. You get 1 or 2 injuries and then 1 or 2 players come in and you can get round it. As long as we don't get 5 or 6 injuries, then I think we've got a decent squad as it stands in terms of depth. So, but it's going to be needed, isn't it? Because like you said, up until January now, it's relentless, or it's going to be after the international break, it's going to be relentless games, one after the other. We're going to have to rotate the squad. We're going to have to, players are going to get a lot of game time, and this is where they need to step up. Willock, for example, he's going to have to step up in the Premier League. He's going to have to produce these performances if he has to come on and play in the Premier League, isn't he? And this is what we need him to do. And if they do it, we're going to be in a good position. And if they're not quite ready and they're not able to make that step, which at the moment I don't think Arteta's sure, is he? Because he's not giving them that chance. And then we'll see. But either way, we're going to know a lot more, aren't we? By the time this lockdown's over, we're going to know a little bit more about where we're heading this season, I think. Well, if it's ever over. If it's April, then we might know.
If it ends, which it won't.
Well, it'll have to end eventually, I guess, won't it? Even if it's March or April, it's going to have to end at some point. But we'll have a lot more of an idea. If it does end in December, we'll have a bit more of an idea then, I think, where we're going, where the season's heading, and what extra, where we need to improve a little bit more, and what Arteta needs to work on. I still think the attacking third of the pitch is still our issue. Defensively, yes, we made a couple of wickets tonight, but maybe it's not the same players that'll be playing. But overall, we're solid. We're more solid. We're not conceding many goals. We just need to, in the Premier League, we just need to be a little bit more fluid in our attack. And I thought Saturday was good signs at times. I think Thomas Partey is going to make a massive difference once he settles and gets a run of games. So, I mean, I'm optimistic, but I don't want to be too optimistic because I can still see that we're a work in progress, and it's still a bit of a transition we're still in. And it's better than it was this time last year when it was all falling apart under Unai Emery and we were heading towards a relegation zone, if anything. And we can see the massive improvements this year. But, we all want us to be back in the top 4. We want to be playing Champions League football. I mean, ideally, we want to be challenging for the league title at some point soon, don't we? Because it's been a long time since we've really done that. And I can see that we're heading in that direction, but it's just how long it's going to take, isn't it? Is it going to be a year, 2 years? Is it going to be a 4 or 5 year project? I'm hoping it's going to be quicker than that because I'm sick of waiting, if I'm honest. But at least we're finally moving in the right direction, and that's what matters at the end of the day, isn't it? That's what it's about.
Exactly. And what about yourself, Colin? Where can people find you?
You know the deal by now. Much Arsenal on YouTube. See Much 91 on Twitter. I've got my Instagram as well, but I don't plug that as much as I should, to be honest. Mainly because I can't remember what the @ is. But no, look, the way it is, right, it's just we've made ourselves harder to beat, and a lot of that is because of Arteta. Aston Villa is a must-win, and I think we'll win. I think we'll win against Villa. I really do. I really do. I honestly think we'll. It won't be easy, but I reckon we'll win 2-1 because I don't see us not. I mean, who knows? It could be. We might win 2-0 as well. Like, I mean, with this Arsenal team, right? The one thing you can't do, right? You can't predict anything, like, because they'll put in a great performance against Man United, right? And then these players will drop us. And the thing about it is, you won't see complete change until the majority of the players that are here at the moment are gone, not including the new boys. Because a lot of these players are the same players that lost in Baku 4-1. So until you get rid of these jokers, nothing's changing, unfortunately. But I'm confident in Arteta, and I'm confident in the direction that we're going. It's just a case of getting rid of the deadwood and bringing in players along the way. So it is what it is.
Yeah. And with that, obviously, I'll wrap things up for myself here. Obviously, if you're new to the channel, do subscribe. We're currently on 609 subscribers.
That's gone up a lot, hasn't it, actually, lately then? It's gone up a lot.
Since Sunday's watch-along we did, the numbers have gone mad. I was literally 400 and some, 460 something. Monday hit 500, and then today I've hit the 600 mark. I'm on 6.
That's fantastic. That's fantastic.
Subs as well, so keep that going, guys. Like I said, do subscribe, hit the like button, and share the channel around. And obviously, if we're live, you catch us live. Share the stream around when we're live, because it's always a great panel. We always have a laugh and very insightful. We even have a little discussion about lockdown as well in the UK.
We do, yes. It's almost a lockdown channel, isn't it?
It doesn't come like that for the next month. You watch.
May as well call it May as well call 2020 the lockdown year, because that's what it is. Like, do you know? Honestly, I can't handle another freaking lockdown, like, because everyone at the top is just completely incompetent. Like, I've made my peace with that, because I mean, Boris is incompetent. Nicola Sturgeon is literally the definition of incompetent. Like, I mean, some people still have a dream of an independent Scotland. That ain't happening.
Because of her, though. That's what.
That ain't happening, right? Because she's incompetent. She doesn't I have zero faith in her to do the right thing, right? And to an extent, that's true about Boris as well, because what we should have done, right, was around August, September time, full lockdown again. We have a reactive government, not a proactive one.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, I don't know. I don't know where else to go with it, because at this point, I mean, do you know what it is? My brother asked me this question a few weeks ago, right? And he simply said to me, "What would you rather prefer? What would you rather prefer, Joe Biden or Donald Trump?" because he lives in America, right? And he's asking for my point of view, right? And I was just like, a well-known racist or a child molester? Tough decision. Preferably none of them. But with Nicola Sturgeon and Boris, it's like, okay, one is a well-known fucking idiot. The other one is a well-known fucking idiot.
Well, I said this last night, right? It's like, I suppose the situation in America is similar to our situation last year at our election. It's like, who'd you vote for, Tottenham or Chelsea? It's no, you've got no choice. You've literally got no choice. You don't want either of them to win, but unfortunately, one of them's going to win, and you've got to make a decision. And that's what it is, isn't it? We had the same problem last year, and now America have got the same problem this year.
Mate, I would argue we still have the same problem, because if you watch,
we do, but we haven't got an election, so we don't have to worry about it yet, do we? And I suppose
if you watch
Boris, 6 months we'll have an election because Boris will have to go. He can't.
If you watch Boris's address at the weekend, right? I swear to God, when he was saying what he had to say, honest to God, I could pick so many holes in that. It's ridiculous. Like, because he was talking about elite sport will still remain. Okay, that what do you quantify as elite sport then? Like, and then he goes on to say that only essential businesses will remain operational. Okay, what's essential business in your eyes?
Oh yeah,
like
exactly.
Every business is essential to the person that runs it. Every job's essential to the person that's got that job, because you've got to pay your bills and feed your family. And the furlough is just, it delays it anyway. It's already delayed a lot of people being made redundant. It's going to delay it again. I mean, at the end of the day, I don't know what the answer necessarily is, other than just to say, look, it's a virus that we've all got to live with. Just crack on. If you feel vulnerable, stay at home. If you want to go out, go out. Don't stop everybody doing. Don't stop everybody doing anything, because that's not what the problem is it? The problem is, we know who's vulnerable to this disease. We know who the people that we need to protect or need to be protected. Let everybody else crack on. And I'd rather get coronavirus and get rid of it, or rather than just delay it and get it in February or March. I'd rather just get it out of the way. In fact, I think I've already had it last year. Actually, it would have been cool.
You know them numbers, right? That Boris brought up, right? If there's one question I'd like to ask Boris outside of the obvious questions like how did you get the job, because I think that's the main question.
We all voted for him, that's why.
How's it gone from 5,000 in July to 1 million in late October? Like, something don't add up there. And besides that, right, those numbers, right, and this goes in perfectly with like the whole TV ratings thing as well, right? What they do, and this is genius from them as well. They take a little sample, right, and this is what TV companies do. They take a little sample of a specific time frame, and then they just put that through a simulator and apply it to every applicable hour. What they've obviously done is taken a sample from one specific time frame with this thing, and then they've used a simulator of some sort and just applied the same calculation for several days and been like, okay, this is where we're going to be in this at this point. But in fact, it's not the actual number. Someone is lying. Right? I don't know who. No one knows who's lying. But I guarantee you,
Boris Johnson, Matt Hancock, Valance, Whitty, Sturgeon, they're all lying. Every single one of them. Every single one of them.
Yep.
Oh dear. But yeah, like
let's end on that. I'm done talking about these fucking frauds.
Exactly, it is what it is, but yeah, it's done with it now. It's not giving so much fucking attention, but also because Andrew had to go for other reasons. As he did say in the chat, But do go and give him a subscribe to his channel and a follow over on Twitter as well. And yeah, also Sunday, I've got to reach out to Andrew to see if he's available for Sunday, because I've also reached out to his co-hosts on his channel, and Chappers is going to let me know Friday or Saturday if he's definitely available for Sunday's watch along. So yeah, we could have the whole Swear to Wear on this channel. So yeah, go and give him a watch. He did a live stream last night, I believe. So go and give them a watch over there. Also,
it was good.
Also on if you don't obviously haven't got you, if you don't want to be on YouTube all the time, go over to Spotify. You'll find them on Spotify as well. Give them a follow over there as well. And yeah, that's it, guys. We won 4-1. We've sort of got a vented out over Boris as well. Got that out of the way at the end here. And yeah, as I said, do subscribe to the channel. We're basically on 609. Looks like at the rate that the things have been going this week, we could be up 700 by the weekend. At this rate. But I've said that now, so it probably stop.
If anyone knows 609 wants to subscribe to my channel, because I'm only on about 165, so jump over to mine as well. So what you've got to do is you've got to go to From Dial Square to Where, subscribe to that one, subscribe to Over and Over and Over Again, and subscribe to Colin's channel as well. I don't know what that's called now, but subscribe to that one as well, and then we'll all be happy days.
Do you know what, Rich, right? I'm going to need to get you on mine at some point, because that's like, that's banter. That's banter. I mean, I need to get Ryan on mine as well, but actually, on as well. But yeah, listen, we won 4-1. It's a good result and some good performances from a few individuals. And if anything, hopefully this kind of maybe got some of these lads to, get into the Premier League squad, because let's face it, we're going to have a lot of games coming up, what with Europa League and whatnot. So, football's a squad game, and we're going to have to use the squad as much as we can.
Definitely.
Yeah. But yeah, until then, guys, enjoy the rest of your week. Tomorrow, stream-wise, I'm not sure what I'm doing. It's Friday, isn't it, tomorrow, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
Fucking hell. The days are getting mixed up already, ain't even started. Right. So I'll give it a think, a couple hours, decide, and then I'll set it all up. Saturday, probably I'm going to do 2 watch-alongs. Everton United and Bayern Munich. I've seen Bayern Munich Dortmund are playing on Saturday as well in the evening. So I'll cover that one as well. I'm doing a back-to-back on Sunday with Man City Liverpool, and straight after that, come off that, go into this, set up another stream. Have a stream, we'll set up that. And literally go live for the Arsenal that's the video. So you got a lot of watch-alongs coming this weekend. So perfect opportunity, especially in lockdown. Come over here.
Let's say you get to 600 subscribers, Ryan, by putting the effort in and the work in. That's what makes it happen.
Well, if I can talk about putting the effort in, but yeah, literally from Sunday out of nowhere, it just went, and it just continued throughout the whole week.
It just happens like that, doesn't it? I think it just happens like that. So
that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. At the rate that it's gone this week, like from the 500 from Monday to 600 tonight, at this rate, we could hit 700 by the weekend.
You'll be at 1,000 before Christmas. That'd be a good Christmas present, wouldn't it?
Oh yeah, it's just a tad. And in the meantime, get the watch time up as well. So yeah, that'd be fantastic. But it is what it is. But yeah, it does help when we've been put into a lockdown, so more people will be more inclined to come on all that as well.
Yeah, exactly.
And actually, before we go, I've been talking to Mike as well about bringing back the Human My quizzes as well. And he gave me a date earlier on, about the 13th on the Saturday, because obviously with the games all colliding, he doesn't want to do the quiz on the night after the Arsenal playing.
Yeah.
So the first, I think he said the 13th, but double check now. If that's the case, are you guys, are you available for that? Obviously, it's your crown to defend as well, Richard.
I know, yeah. I've been waiting for a long time for another quiz. I must admit, it's been ages, isn't it?
Yeah, it's been a while.
Saturday, we've had a lot going on with lots of games and all this kind of stuff. It's difficult. We play on a Sunday most weeks now, don't we? So it's hard to do on a Sunday.
Yeah, so he said I said to go off, and obviously whatever suits you, come back to me, we'll sort it out. He came back early and said the Saturday the 14th at 7 p.m. If that's okay with you guys, we'll go ahead of that. That'd be the first one back, and then we
should be. I mean, obviously, with things on lockdown, I think I actually was supposed to be doing stuff, but obviously that's all off now. So yeah, I can't imagine there being anything else going on. So I can't see what else we'll be doing.
Just probably wrap things up. Fully finish the stream. Colin was Prime Minister.
That'd be good.
Oh dear.
I don't think he would. I don't think he would because he'd just make himself a bigger target.
Tahib says you want
Tahib, fuck you, man. Fuck you. I love you, bro, but come on.
With that, yeah, pretty much it's all there. Just saying hi to each other and all that. But yeah, guys, do subscribe to the channel. Do share the stream around, to the channel around. We're not live and all that. And when you do subscribe, turn the notification bell on so you don't miss us as we go live as well. And as I said, go over to Andrew's channel, Colin's channel, and Richard's channel. Go give them a subscribe as well, because as they all do fantastic content, all of their own, and it's all different as well. It's not all the samey stuff as we've all discussed already. And yeah, until then, enjoy the rest of your evening, guys. As we always say, come on, you Gunners!
Gunners! Come on, you Gunners!